And we welcome you to the second half of the season and the first of this interleague battle between the Los Angeles Angels and the Philadelphia Phillies. Here's your starting lineup for Game 1 for the home team, the Philadelphia Phillies. At shortstop batting first, Trey Turner. At designated hitter batting second, All-Star Game MVP, Kyle Schwarber. At first base batting third, Bryce Harper. At third base batting fourth, Alec Bohm. At right field batting fifth, Nick Castellanos. At center field batting sixth, Brandon Marsh. At catcher batting seventh, JT Realmuto. At left field batting eighth, Max Kepler. At second base batting ninth, Bryson Stott. And pitching today for the Philadelphia Phillies is the left-hander, Jesus Luzardo. Your starting lineup for the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, everybody, and on that note, welcome to the start of the second half of the Major League Baseball season. We got this interleague battle here, Game 1 of 3 between the Angels and the Phils. The only game we're doing of this series. Angels right in the playoff hunt, 2 games below 500, but still right in the playoff hunt for the number 6 seed in the AL. Philadelphia Phillies, leaders of the NL East at the moment. We will see what happens in today's game. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. My name is cgiulianihpu. If you've never been to a JGN live stream before, how it works is like this. Fire on the channel, any questions you might have. I'll be happy to answer anything and everything. Any donation, get your question right away. Otherwise, I just go in the order that I see them. Vote in that poll. You think wins this game, Angels or Phillies? If you are a member, you can choose for either one of these teams using the emojis in the chat. We do have the emojis for the Angels. We have the emojis for the Phillies. First time ever we've done an Angels game. It's been a long time coming, but finally we've done an Angels game. Means that we have now done all 30 teams at least once this season. And let's get this game underway. So appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. If you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. We talk about Johnny Unitas and a touchdown pass that he had that should not have counted and should be ruled as something else. And hopefully they changed that record sometime soon. But yeah, NFL Films has burned all footage of that game to avoid changing the records. Can you imagine? Yeah, the NFL's got like bigger issues to worry about right now, just because of the NFLPA was run by a moron. So, but it was just a bizarre situation when I found, and that's part of why I like editing my own videos, because sometimes you find footage that like you never would have expected to find that way. I'm doing all right, Keller. I don't know if the team's for all in the family. Potter's run service could be massive. Yeah, every donation also counts toward you make the call. It counts as double toward you make the call. I'm going to say which game we're calling: Tigers, Pirates, Orioles, Guards, or Padres, Marlins. How's it going, John? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in for this one. You know, Luzardo on the bump here for the Phils. Number 1 song the day of the video. I'm going to guess it was late 68. I'm going to go Hey Jude. I'm guessing it's not right, but I'm going to go Hey Jude. Rasheed Rice being sentenced to 30 days in jail. It's something at least. It's not a lot of time. It's not a lot, but it's something at least. It's something. Rather it be more, but 30 days and 5 years probation is something. Jerry Jones be quarterback week 10. Why not? Why not? Yeah, if they're in Queens, Mets and Jets, yeah. If they're Queens, they're Mets and Jets, yeah. Yeah, I haven't seen that show in a while. Right, need a Marlins one. Yep. Happy 30th anniversary of Jack Liddell flipping all the Yankees Sim career. I saw the thumbnail. I'm going to watch the video today when I'm editing. I'm going to watch it today when I'm editing. I had an appointment with a doctor today. It wasn't for the hit and run. It was for something else. So just an annual 6-month appointment. So, Heard the Grip and Marvin Gaye. Oh, good song. Good song. So, it was an early appointment, and I just crashed it afterwards. So, haven't seen it yet, but I'm going to see it when I edit my video today. We're going to do another Packers video. It's going to be a broadcasting controversy. Saturday's a broadcasting controversy. Sunday, we're going to talk about the Broncos. Something that Hey Jude's number 6. All right, not bad. Not bad. Yeah, 7.5 back there. That's not bad. I understand started during the show's run. Yeah. And they were winning, too. They were winning. And how's it going, Jax? From Lone Depot, baby. Let's go. Let's go. All right, starting lineup for the Angels. Neto, Shonowell, Trout going 1, 2, 3. Ward, Adele, Soler, Ohoppy, I should say. Renhefo, and Newman. Go 1, 2, 3. First pitch swinging. Neto. 5-3. Right to third. One pitch, one out. What's the angriest dumb decision I ever made? Well, the Nets were originally in New York. The Nets were originally like by Queens. They're Long Island. Angriest one? Oh, by far. Jaguars, Ravens. By far. Because that was right after the game, too. Jaguars, Ravens. It had to be that. Yeah, Jaguars, Ravens, 2023. Easily the worst. Easily the worst. It's actually not even close. Y'all family, yeah. Absolutely. Any Norman Lear show. Any Norman Lear show. He was a revolutionary. Sean Noel coming off a great series against the D-backs. Was 6 for 12 that series. He's got at least 3 hits in 3 of his last 5 games. Takes that one downstairs for a ball low on the count. That one right up the middle, but shift is on, and Turner, 6-3 on the out. So only 3 pitches needed for the first 2 outs. How's it going, AKC? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in, as always. And here comes future Hall of Famer Mike Trout. Good start here for Luzardo. Last time Luzardo was on the bump against the Giants was magnificent. 7 innings, 3 hits, no runs allowed, 7 strikeouts. Played very, very well. Last 4 starts, some pretty sharp, minus that game against the Reds. You never know which version of Luzardo you're going to get. It's really, he's been pitching all right this season, except for the occasional blowout. Yeah, it's always in buzz cut, yeah. Upstairs 1-1. He either pitches very well or he gets lit up. There's really no in between with Luzardo. So far, so good. Mike Trout had a hit in every game of that D-back series. Funniest dumb decision? Oh, Eberflus. Definitely Eberflus. Downstairs 2-1. Other city, you can't pump your own gas in. Yeah, New Jersey, or New York, Oregon, I think it's the other one. I think it's New York, Oregon, I think Jersey. I thought he went on that pitch. I thought he went, and they are going to say he went. Yeah, 1-2. Trout, swing and a miss in the dirt. On the sweeper, only 7 pitches needed. How's it going, Jamie? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Most influential episode? Oh, no, the most influential episode. I don't know. Funny substitution, Eberflus. Eberflus on Thanksgiving. Only 7 pitches needed. Good start for Luzardo. As we go bottom 1. He retires the side. Pretty easily, I might add. Now let's talk about the show today. Yeah, that was a big show back in the 70s. Who wins the NL? I got the Cubs. Dodgers pitching it just to know if it can stay healthy. The Dodgers lineup, too, like outside the top of the order, I'm not crazy about that lineup. The Cubs, their A bullpen's pretty good. You can pump in New York. Not Long Island, at least. Ketel Marte also on the restricted list in order to deal with the burglary. Yep, not surprised by that. He's not going to win the MVP. He's not winning the MVP, so I don't think it replace the chances. Yes, so Jared Sanuski. Yes, he is. Pizza's arrived. Nice. Getting ready for Yankees Braves. Let's go, baby. Oregon's everyone got it. Let's go. Let's go. Well, the D-backs playoff hopes are done. Again, everyone's hurt. Even, like it's just star luck that Eugenio Suarez gets hit by a pitch during the All-Star game. It's just star luck. But Gabby Moreno, he's on the 60-day AL now. How's it going, Base Doug? Appreciate you, man. From Northern Montana. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, now Gabby Moreno's on the 60-day IL, so though just going to be a routine 10-day IL, he'll be fine. Nope, 60-day IL, so now we're really in trouble. Now, the whole team's dead. Our playoff hopes are nothing at this point. I can't blame Hazen. I can't blame Torrey. We have no team left. Everyone is just dead. Just Oregon, New Jersey, Long Island. Rest of New York, yeah, okay. Did not know that. I was going to say Long Island. I didn't learn how to pump my own gas until I was in North Carolina. Okay, apparently Nassau County you can. Suffolk you can't. Apparently Nassau County you can do it. Suffolk County you can't. Because I didn't really learn how to pump my own gas until that. St. Louis Whiskey, Fod's on the bump, so yes. Fod is on the bump. If the Cards don't score 5 runs the first 3 innings, fire everyone. First pitch in there on the bump of the zone for a strike. 0-1 the count. Zephyr John, the pitcher for the Angels. This is his first start of the season. He is a reliever. So I think they're going with the opener strategy today. The most pitches he's thrown in a game this year is 31. Zephyr John is just an opener. And yeah, there is activity in the Angels' pen. So he'll go the first inning. Then after the opener, they'll go to either 1-1. Nice breaking ball in there. 1-2. Only about an hour away from the northern. Nice. Right, Jersey, you're not allowed to pump your own gas around. Yeah. Well, they fired everyone in marketing. Yes. They include... Michigan was in by 2? Why? I saw that they were making mass changes. Why would Michigan? They did a good job. Shot foul. Michigan was like the one market that you don't fire everyone. Michigan was phenomenal. Attendance kept rising there. Why? Oh, God. Why would you fire the marketing department in Michigan? They were getting like $15,000 a game. They were the one market that was improving. Oh, that's not right. That's not right. Outside 6 according to Golden High That's games, yes. 2-2 the count. 2-2 the count. Oh, man. You know, Fod is not good. He is not this season, at least. 2-2. Turner watches that one down low. That's a full count. How's it going, Michael? Frank Bill with you, my man. Frank Bill with you. Turner struggling a bit as of late. His last 4 games, he's got just 1 hit, just 1 for his last 15. We're going to get on board here in the leadoff spot. Fouls that one off, so we stay alive. How's it going, Jake? Appreciate you, man. Lazard needed just 7 pitches for the first inning. Zephyr John already at 7 on the first batter. If I D-backs, appreciate you. Appreciate you. We'll see. We'll see. D-backs are not looking good lately, but glad to be back at Chase. 3-2. That's in there for a cold strike 3 on the inside corner. Turner's struggles continue. Yep, we all knew it as soon as Collins got signed. The domino effect was going to happen. Because the first 2 picks to get signed with the guaranteed money, the first 2 ones were their first pick in the draft, so it was a little bit different. Once the first domino fell, they were all going to get in line, which no surprises there. So Turner strikes out, and in comes Kyle Schwarber, getting a standing O from the Philly fans after his performance at the All-Star game, where in the swing-off he won it for the National League with 3 home runs and 3 swings. Schwarber did not have a great series against the Padres. Was 1 for 12 that series. First pitch, way inside. 1-0 the count. When would it be fair to force sim a week in Online Dynasty? Force sim? Well, I think if your game crashes. I think if, like for me, I played a game on Monday, and the servers went down as the game was over. I won like 31-7. I think that's fair. That one in there, first strike, 1-1 on the outside corner. Lloyd Howard resigned from the NFLPA. Why? He was doing such a good job. He was doing such a good job hiding information and putting expenses for strip clubs on the player's dime and whatnot. Schwarber! It's a Schwarbomb! It's a Schwarbomb! That's gone! Right where he left off. His last 4 swings, going back to the All-Star game, 4 home runs. Kyle Schwarber. You just knew it as soon as he left the bat. Number 31 for him this season. Tied with Eugenio Suarez down the National League. His 315th of his career. 1-0 Phils. Who else? Would you expect anything different from Kyle Schwarber? His last 4 swings, 4 home runs. I know it was an exhibition game, the first 3, but still. First pitch, swing to Mr. Harper on the sweeper inside, 0-1. Padres just for splubs? I think so. I think so. Give it today. Appreciate you, Dad. Doesn't make you nice any less great, but support his talk. Yeah, it's one of those where it's 1-1 the count. It's one of those where week 0 simulated. Oh no. Unless you give like a deadline to play the game. Yeah, unless you give a deadline. If you give a deadline, I'd say give a deadline, and then that 1-2 the count. How's it going, Lou? Appreciate you, man. Saints been eliminated from playoff contention. There you go. Yeah, they're not going to be good this year. Who gets a contract first? Hendrickson, Stewart, or Parsons? Parsons. The Bengals wait till the last second on everything. Schwarber, Hall of Famer? If he gets to 500, yes. 1-2. In there for a cold strike 3. Right down the middle. Harper just looking at that one. Here comes Bone with 2 out. Yeah, the Bengals wait on everything. Hendrickson will be the last one to get it. Here comes Alec Boehm. Boehm, 281 the first half of the season. He's got a hit in 11 of his last 13 games. Been pretty consistent this year. 0-1 the count. Hitting above 300 his last 35 games. Good contact there, but right at first. And making the play. And taking it himself is Sean Noel. Phillies get one, though, on the Schwarber blast into right. We go top 2. 1-0 Phillies. How do you feel about the Dolphins and Buccaneers? Well, Bucs, I like them a lot. The Bucs, I think they're a good team. I like Baker Mayfield. I like their offense. I'm worried about their coaching staff because, again, Bowles I'm not crazy about, and they've had so many different offensive coordinators over the past few years because they keep getting poached. So I'm a bit worried about that, but I think they're the best in the worst division. As for the Dolphins, I just don't know about Tua, and I think Mike McDaniel, he lost the locker room last year. I'm not crazy about what they did in the offseason for the most part. I do like the Fitzpatrick trade. But I'm not crazy about the Finns. Usual Phillies playoff disappointment? We'll see. You never know in the playoffs. Mike Trout will be a first-ballot Hall of Famer if he stays healthy over the next series. Oh, no, he's a first-ballot Hall of Famer regardless. He's first ballot regardless. He can retire right now. He's first ballot. 3-time MVP, 11-time All-Star. He's a lock. Second favorite teams. Oh, no. I don't have a second favorite. Second favorite, I guess, if I were to say, like, Giants, Cardinals, Jets. Like, I don't really have, like, just because I live there, I have a soft spot, I guess. But I don't have a second favorite team. It's Jaguars or nothing. I don't live in Florida. So I have no affiliation to Miami or Tampa. Cubs snapped the winning streak for the Red Sox. Had to end at some point. Bengals play with practice Texas Tech. Shamar Stewart, yes. Has Blair been drafted 2 years in a row? Yes, it has happened a few times. Bo Jackson was drafted first overall by the Buccaneers in 1986, but he refused to play for the Bucs because they screwed him out of college baseball eligibility. So he went back in the draft in 87, got drafted by the Raiders. It happened with someone else. Oh, I'm blanking on the name. It was in the 90s. It was a quarterback in the 90s. It also happened with Washington. I think he got drafted 3 times back in the day. Pop up into foul territory and covering the ground is Stott. Just 8 pitches for the first 4 outs. As Ward goes down, here comes Adele. Hasn't happened in a while, though, Ross. It's not happened in a while. I think he was a Miami quarterback. I'm blanking on the name. But he gets fired in season. I'm going to say fact. I'm blanking on the name. Was it Craig Erickson? It was Craig Erickson, yes. Craig Erickson. I think he was the last one. I think Craig Erickson was the last one. And get redrafted 146, yeah. 1-0 the count to Adele. Swing and a miss. I think I actually got fouled off 1-1 in the dirt. That one fouled off 1-2. Adele not having the best of stretches as of late last 9 games, saying just 156. If Elway played for the Colts, what would have happened? Oh. I think Reeves gets fired very quickly because they don't have a quarterback. Unless they draft one. But I think Reeves gets fired very quickly. I think the Broncos roll with what they got. That one just misses downstairs 2-2. Unless I have them for the preseason. Oh my god, that would be insane. 10 teams have back-to-back for the first game, so that sucks. They really should limit back-to-backs for hockey. That's a physical sport to play for back-to-back. Well, if I would play for the Colts, so you have to remember, Irsay would have tried to screw him over. He wouldn't have lasted on the Colts. I haven't done a video on it. But, because there's no footage of the game. There's no footage. 3-2. Fouled off. We stay alive. Adele, long at-bat here again. 8 pitches for the first 4 outs, but this is pitch number 7 of the at-bat. Haven't done a video on it, just because I haven't found there's no footage of the game. But Colts Oilers, I want to say, 1984. It was either Colts Oilers or Colts Lions. I think it was Colts Oilers. 3-2. Strike 3 called on the outside. Part of the zone. 5 up, 5 down. Adele goes down. And Soler coming up. Oh, no, it wasn't 84. No, it wasn't 84. Oh, wow, I'm blanking. It was, 92. It was 92. That's what it was. Trudeau signed a contract. Jack Trudeau signed a contract with the Colts. First pitch. Into left field. Backing up. That's gone. First hit of the game, and it's a big one. Long shine to left for Jorge Soler. He extends his hitting streak. 420 feet. It's a 6-game hitting streak. And Soler ties the game at 1. Just a fastball down the middle. I know Luzardo struggled at times with his fastball this year, and that's a bad miss. That's a really bad miss. Does he hold out? I think he does, yeah. First pitch in there for a strike to a Hoppy. 0-1 the count. Yeah, basically, long story short, 1992, Colts, I think, played out of I think it was the Oilers. It was either the Oilers or the Lions. And Ted Marchibroda wanted Trudeau to start the game. And Irsay was like, okay, so here's the thing. I agree with you. Trudeau gives us the best chance to win. Trudeau is a good quarterback. I want him to play. 1-1. That one into center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. So back-to-back guys get on board for the Angels. Let's try to do a 2-out rally here. And that will send up in the 8th spot, Rengifo. Come off a great series against the D-backs. 5 for 11 that series. Only 50%, yeah. But basically, Irsay, when he made the contract, it was like, okay, there's a part of the contract where you get $10,000 bonus every game you start and win. So what if we just don't play Trudeau the first drive and then put him in? And they were all livid about that. How's it going, Bobby? Thoughts on the Coldplay incident? Oh my god, how dumb do you have to be is the question. 0-1, downstairs 1-1. You know the funny part too? It's a good life lesson. This is not a story if they just act normally. If you're going to be dumb enough to cheat on your partner in a public setting, if you get caught on the Jumbotron, just act natural. Act like, yeah, this is supposed to happen. 1-1. Because otherwise, complete non-story. And no one knows about it. It's so funny. It is so funny. I'm living for those memes. How's it going, Ben? Update on the Idaho Dynasty. 1-2 losing 12 around the Bowling Green. Beat FCS West 14-13. All right, losing 20-26 at Kyle Field. Wow, that's not bad. That's not bad. Fouled off 2-2. If Rengifo gets on, Newman is the guy in the on-deck circle. They got Ohapi on first. And we figure for the Angels in the second inning, Zephyr John will be pulled for just an opener. And it looks like it'll be Jake Eder. Swing and a miss downstairs on the slider. Not the best inning for Luzardo, thanks to the solo shot. But does get a couple of strikeouts, and it's 1-1 going to the bottom of the second. I I forgot. I actually made a change for you make the call. I never realized it. Per mentioned Uchi latest video. Rest in peace. It's gone way too soon. I actually made a change in the latest video. Hang on. Not change in the latest video. The you make the call. I forgot to update it. I forgot to download it. But I was thinking doing it like soccer rules. I'm going soccer rules on this. So instead of $2 United States call Lionel Hutz. Ooh. I might do an OT stream later tonight at 1 o'clock. I might do an OT stream at like 1 Eastern when I get back. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. But soccer rules, it's 3 points for a win, 1 for a draw. We're going to do it like that. I forgot to update it. Every donation during the game is triple. Every donation made during the game, or any donation with no request attached to it during overtime, is triple. It's not double. We're going triple. We are going triple on that. It's like soccer rules. 3 points for a win, 1 for a tie. So just keep that in mind. Every donation during the game for you make the call counts as triple. Yep. It's like soccer rules. It's like soccer. 3 for a win, 1 for a tie. I just forgot to update it. I like have the idea of my sleep, and I'm like, that's actually a good idea. I like thinking about working my sleep, and I'm like, that's actually not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I kind of like doing soccer rules on that. All right. Castellanos, Marsh, Real Muto. All right. Five, six, 7 here is due up here. And new pitcher in is Adair for the Angels. Zephyr John was just the opener. First pitch downstairs, 1-0 to Castellanos. Earlier today, by the way, I guess I saw Bobby tweet about the CEO astronomer incident. Put out a statement. The company put out a statement. At Astronomer, our people are the most valuable asset in helping our customers do more to gain a competitive advantage with their data. This is from the CEO. Kristen's exceptional leadership, as that's a ball, 1-1, or 2-1, I should say, and deep expertise in talent management, employee engagement, and scaling people's strategies will be critical as we continue our rapid trajectory. She is a proven leader at multiple growth stage companies, 3-1 the count, and her passion for fostering diverse, collaborative workplaces makes her a perfect fit for Astronomer. Earlier this week, did some things that he's not proud of. Full count here. A formal investigation has been conducted. The CEO prides himself, Andy Byron, as a man of faith, and that's outside ball 4. Was hoping for the moment there, but nope. Couldn't make it work. But Castellanos does get more than the leadoff walk. And Allison Marsh up to bat. Your 6-7 year one's on the 101st ranked recruiting class. That's not bad. That is not bad for Delaware first year. That is not bad at all. So this is Adair's first start of the season. Last time I pitched was against D-backs, 4 innings, 2 hits. Pitched very well in that 5-1 loss. Coming in from the 6th inning on. 0-1 the count here to Marsh. Marsh just 2 for 12 that last series against the Padres. Hopefully they're starting to bear with new owners. I mean, they're already pretty good. Marsh was hitting just 211 a month ago. His last 29 games hitting 318. Starting to get it going. Even despite that rough series against the Padres last time. That went outside 1-1. Again, every donation counts triple toward you make the call. You can also, if you're a member, use emojis in the chat. We have the emojis for the Angels and the Phillies. So appreciate all you guys being here for this 1-1. Marsh rips it into right center field, but hanging up there just long enough for Soler to make the play for the first out. And Castellanos about to retreat. But, you don't stick to your pipeline. You do not have to stick to your pipeline. It helps. It definitely does help. But you have a much easier chance with your pipeline. Realmuto coming up. And he has been red hot as of late. Realmuto has hit in all but one game this month. His last 10 games, he's hitting .439. There's your triple. I'm not sure it's going to be a one-time thing. I don't think so. Basically, I was thinking soccer rules. I was thinking soccer rules on that one. So 3 points for a win, 1 for a tie. So I was thinking soccer rules. So I don't know. We're going to see how it goes. We're going to see. Be that guy saw a picture of his actual life cap. Well, thank you, Chile. You're someone if you're... Yes. Marlins game wins. You're guaranteed to lose. Were they 0-7 on stream? Or be LSU for a 3-star defender from Louisiana? Well, at least I get that, because LSU, 3-star guy, is probably not going to play. 2-1 the count. If he values playing time. I get it. Your donations are triple. Any donation with no request attached to it for overtime or during the game counts as triple. 2-1 the count to Realmuto. You got the next 2 days to decide on this. You make the call for Monday night. 2-2 fouled off. Castellanos on first. Realmuto rips it past the shortstop, base hit. Gets by Neto. Hard contact there, and runners on first and second with just 1 out. So after a very good outing out of the pen on Sunday against the D-backs, we only allowed 3 base runners in 4 innings. Adara's already allowed 2. Only has recorded 1 out. Kepler coming up, and Realmuto's hot streak continues. He's now 19 for his last 42. What's crazy about Realmuto, oddly enough, he has not walked since June 27th. No, I never... Nope, I'm with you there. Current trend, the logo to circle with the team name on the... yeah. I'm not crazy about that trend. I'm really not. But I think it's for international purposes. I think it's like a mandate. NFL player ever been drafted, never signed, then redrafted? Yeah. Yeah, Bo Jackson, Craig Erickson. It's happened a few times. I think Erickson was the last one. Max Kepler coming up. Kepler just 1 for 8 over his last 4 games. First pitch swing, fouls it off 0 on the count. Hitting just 187 over his last 31. Definitely not playing the best ball as of late. But 0-1. All right, clearly this was not open marriage. And that's not going to help. 1-6-3 double play. Kepler grounds into 2. And Adair gets out of the jam. We go top 3. 1-1 the score. Yeah, I think... Look, I'm not going to give advice on how to cheat. I'm obviously not going to give advice on how to cheat. But here's the number 1 rule. Act natural. You're going to do it. Act natural. The irony in all of this is that no one bats an eye if the 2 of them don't act like they've been shot the moment that they get caught on screen. No one thinks anything of it. No one thinks anything of it. Like, there was no reason to do that. Like, you would think there was no reason to do that, too. But they just made a Mount Evel molehill. Obviously, they're both horrible people. They're both horrible people. But you don't... If you're going to do that, Just act natural. People don't, like, videos like that don't go viral when people act natural. Like, the absolute worst thing you can do in that spot is turn away and act like you've been shot. And duck for cover. It's the absolute worst thing you can do in that spot. Well, the kiss cam, that's because we were wearing t-shirts from Def Leppard and Kiss Store. Oh, nice. You think Shamar Stewart's going to be redrafted next year? Problem is that I think he knows too. Like, if he goes back in the draft next year, he was already not like projected to be a high, not projected to be a high draft pick, obviously, but a lot of guys did him as a first round pick entering this year. Now you got a year off. I think a lot of people are not going to be. I'm not sure Stewart goes in the first 2 rounds next year. Like, you're losing a lot of money. This is not a situation where you've got leverage. Like, John Elway had leverage. He would be the number 1 pick in 84. Bo Jackson had leverage. He could play baseball. Shamar Stewart doesn't have leverage. That's the problem. Shamar Stewart was graded as the worst draft pick of the bunch in the first round. People thought of him as a super raw prospect. I mean, this was a guy that needs the reps and needs playing time. I mean, this is a guy who in college, for being a pass rushing defensive end, had 4.5 sacks in 3 years. Like, he was not like, you're drafting him on traits, not his pass rush ability. And now he would re-enter the draft. He's not going to go first or second round. That's the problem. Oh, on the count, Newman, Neto, and Shonawell. Someone misses downstairs, 1-1. Newman, last time he got a hit, July 7th. So for his last 4. One, two. Yeah, 4 sacks in 3 years, yes. You know, it's not like this is a guy that was projected to be out. Like, it's not like it's a Travis Hunter situation. Like, Travis Hunter, if this was the Bengals trading up to 2 and getting Travis Hunter fouled off 1-2, like, Hunter would go top 5 next year. Like, that's easy. This is not a situation like that. This was the Bengals reached on a guy that a lot of people did not have as a first round pick. A lot of people didn't even have him on their board, potentially, for where it was projected to go. That's the problem. 1-2. Newman, outside and down low, 2-2. And tomorrow we're doing Giants-Jays at 3 o'clock Eastern Time. Sunday night we're doing Tigers-Rangers. Monday we're doing one of those games. You can help me decide which game. Based on your donations, full count here, 3-2. That one in there for strike 3. On the outer part of the zone, Newman goes down. That's 4 strikeouts for Luzardo. The Bengals drink the super juice. Yep, they did. Like, if you're going to do this for a prospect like that, like, if you're going to play hardball with a prospect, for whatever reason, even though the rookie weed skill's a thing, if you're going to play hardball, don't play hardball in the sense of, I just noticed my title is wrong. Don't play hardball with the rawest prospect that needs the reps and needs to be in camp. One other count. Second time through the order, Luzardo's been struggling this year. A 293 average, a 359 on base percentage. That one just missed outside, 2-0. I just realized the date is wrong on this. It's obviously the 18th. 2-0 the count. Mets up 1-0. Yep, Mets up 1-0. Padres up 1-0 on the Nats. They got 3-0 White Sox in that one. 2-0. That one. That could have been a strike if there was better caught by Real Muto. Instead, it goes off his glove and no chance to frame it. 3-0. And the game we're doing tomorrow, that just started bottom 1, 0-0 Giants-Jays. That one in there, a bit high for a strike, but red light was on all the way, 3-1. And the All-Star Game logo for Philly just came out. I like it a lot. I do like the All-Star Game logo a lot for Philly. That one in there. Whoa, in there for wow, that was way inside. So full count here. Neto looked at ball 5. That was not even close. Pitch number 4 was upstairs for ball 4, but they called strike 1. Pitch number 5 was inside for ball 5. That was strike 2, apparently. Now it's a full count. And that one, obviously, that hits the dirt. So that is definitely. Ball 6. Take your base. Neto gets on board. On a 6-ball walk. Sean Noel coming up here. And second time through the order now. First time through, Lazar was pretty good outside of, obviously, the solo shot that he gave up to Soler. 1-0 the count. That pitch misses downstairs. Been one of those games? Could be. Could be. 1-0. Chopped foul down the first base line. 1-1. And Sean Noel, 10 for his last 21. Dating back to the middle part of the Rangers series. Entered the All-Star break on a very, very high note. 1-1, though. Swing and a miss on that sweeper. 1-2. Luzardo's gotten 4 strikeouts so far today already. He's got him ahead 1-2 here. With Trout in the on-deck circle and 1 out. I'm pretty sure I guys student would do emojis in the chat if you are an Angels or a Phillies fan. Pickoff play, but gets back in time. One, two. Well, first another pickoff play, gets back a second time. So that's it in terms of pickoff plays for this at-bat. Sweeper misses downstairs, 2-2. Trey Pace Parsons opening night. I could see that. I could see that. The Bengals are just very not proactive at all. I think Hendrickson's the last one to sign. I'm not sure Hendrickson's ever signing. And that one I don't blame the Bengals. I don't blame the Bengals on the Hendrickson situation. Remember, for 11 months now, appreciate you, man. 2-2. Up the middle, right to the shortstop. Turner steps on the bag for 1, 6-3. And Sean Noel will ground into a 6-3 double play. We go bottom 3. Remains 1-1. But Irvin Memphis for 11 months now. 4th of the day, we got USA Mexico at Energy Stadium. Nice, and the outcome sucked. Much easier access, better transition, MetLife and AC. Let's take World Cup finale in Houston. Yeah. Much more access to MetLife. Much more access to MetLife. Not even close on that one. I've never been to NRG, but it can't be any worse than MetLife in terms of access. Appreciate you being around for 11 months now. Is the NFLPA the worst sports union? Yes. Easily. Not even close. They get steamrolled every negotiation. It's not even close, actually. The players have lost so much compared to what other leagues are getting. The owners are just running train on them. Like, it's amazing how, like, after 82, and like 82, they got nothing. 87, they got nothing. They've stopped trying. They've basically stopped trying. Obviously, when your head of the union is making $4 million and still charging expenses to the NFLPA account with if we're going to the strip club, that's a problem. Section 619, row 10, best view, turkey leg. Ooh. Well, NHL players, to be fair, the NHL doesn't make a lot of money compared to the other 3 leagues. To be fair, they're not making a lot of money. Like, you got a lot of guys on the roster. You got a lot of guys on that team in the NHL, and there's not a lot of money to go around. Is Wright a Hall of Famer? I would vote yes. Personally, I think he is. I think David Wright was the best third baseman of his era. And I think he played long enough where, yeah, you can wonder, like, what if with injuries, how good he could have been, but he still had a long enough prime. I would vote yes on Wright. 1-1, but I completely get the argument for not. I completely get people who don't want to put David Wright in. Star Stinger, again? Wow. I completely get it. I'm not going to fight you on Wright. Personally, I would go yes. 1-1. Stott. Fouled off 1-2. So it's Stott, Turner, Schwarber. Adair did not start the game. Did not pitch the first inning. The Houston opener. WM go and strike. Well, I can't. That would be a mistake. 1 out. So it's aligned right to Newman. Yeah, I didn't hear anything about that, but that would be a massive mistake from WNBA. For the players. I feel like the WNBA just keeps shooting itself in the foot with some of these things. Turner, in there for a strike, 0-1. What would they be striking for is the question. I don't know what they were striking for. Like, they've gone a lot the last 5 years they didn't have before. They sell them, but I do recommend going to energy football. Ooh. Base hit into left field. Turner gets some board with a 1-out single. First of all, golf viewing at the tippy top. Yeah, MetLife is just, it's dull. It's corporate dull nonsense. That's a bit steep. Energy, look, I've never been to Energy, but I know people that have. I've never heard any complaints about that stadium. Now they're trying to replace it. I don't know why. Here comes Schwarber. Last time Schwarber was up, hit a solo shot into right field. His last 4 swings, then back to the All-Star break. Homers, 0-1. 1-0 the count. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, I don't know if it's racial resentment against Clark, but I think just catfighting between everyone. There's catfighting between everyone, if that makes sense. 2-0 the count. It's like everyone keeps trying to tear each other down. Which is not... Like, you don't see in the other leagues, like, guys trying to tear each other down. Like, rising tide raises all ships. I don't think they realize that in WNBA. 3-0 the count. That pitch misses downstairs. They're not trying to give Schwarber anything good. Who's on the board first? Yep. Phillies got my Trout. I think Trout will go to the Phillies, like, to end his career. I do think to end his career, he'll go to the Phillies. 3-0. Schwarber, red light all the way, and that pitch misses upstairs. So Schwarber does not get a home run that at bat. But he gets a 4-pitch walk. They give him nothing good. And Bryce Harper coming up with runners on first and second and just 1 out here. And it's just essentially walking. Well, the problem is I got Harper as the protection. And Harper's playing lights out as of late. He's got a hit in 4 straight games. He's got 5 extra base hits his last 4 games. The game he went to was a walk-off. Nice. Yeah, Jelski was part of it. Yeah, for sure. 5 straight balls. So Harper looks out inside 1-0 the count. Harper takes that fastball right down the middle, 1-1. Yeah, Clark, yeah. You know, Clark has definitely elevated the sport in terms of coverage. 1-1 the count. That one on the bottom part of the zone in the first strike, 1-2. Nice sweeper there. And appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe to this episode. It's on the channel. 1-2 the count. Harper steps off. Calls for time, and now we'll step back in. Harper Right field, if that's fair, that's gone, and that is, oh, just fell. Just fell. Only a couple of feet. I was so shot my alma mater's library closed. Oh, man. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Yankees, I think they could trade for Gallen or Kelly. I'm not sure they're aces at this point, but I think they could trade for one of them. But stage on tippy top right for their concert, you could have done on the pitch. Lost 5,000 seats. Yeah, that's... Well, they've never done a halftime show before. They've never done a halftime show. They're learning. They're just trying to experiment. 1-2. I don't know who's going to get the halftime show for the World Cup in 26. I don't know. I guess I can do a Lupa, but it's going to be something with international appeal, but it's also big in America. 1-2 the count. Harper fouls it off down the left field line. So we stay alive again. One, two. Downstairs, 2-2. Blocks the slider. Fouls him out like it's dumb because of graveyard injuries. Although they're changing the field. To be fair, they're changing the field for soccer. They're going grass for soccer. Let's go inside not to renew the contract. Oh, man. And have a Cheers theme song. Question, will you ever do that Mind Football when the announcers are drunk? Yes, at some point, yes. Yes, I will at some point. That'll be a long video. That'll be a documentary. 2-2. We got a broadcast video tomorrow. 3-2. Pass ball, or wild pitch, I should say. Takes his own play out of the equation. Now runners on second and third with a full count. You know, at some point we're going to do it. We got a broadcasting video tomorrow, which I'm excited about. Packers related. That slider just misses, and Ohapi could not block it. That pitch in the dirt. Full count here. And Harper will rip it into right. That pitch was inside. It doesn't matter. It's gone. 3-run shot. Are you kidding me, Bryce Harper? His 11th of the season. 4-1 the score. That was not even a bad pitch. That was inside and high. I don't even know how Harper made contact with that one. Rips it into right. Phillies lead by 3. I have no idea how Harper did that. That was high at the numbers and inside. That was not even a bad pitch. A high inside pitch, and Harper rips it into right. Well, I have no idea. What's your name? Yep, there you go. 3 straight guys get on board. Bohm takes down for a strike 0-1. I don't know how he did that. That has got to be one of the most high and inside pitches for a homer of the season. 1-1 the count. Yeah, I'm not sure what it's going to be. I'm not sure. That's good, Steve. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. That's they're not scared of Philadelphia. I don't know. They look pretty good. They look pretty good. 1-2 the count. Turn White Sox Pirates. All right. Inside 2-2. Well, like the pitch that he homered on. Absolutely insane. I'm going to show it in just a little bit. 3-2 the count. No, the other one came through. That one came through. Mr. College Life, yep. You don't care what I said. Nope. No, you do not. Nope. It goes by quickly. 3-2. Fouled off. No, it's never going to be all perfect. But 3-2. Boom. Fouls it off. I will show you at the break when the pitch that Bryce Harper hit for a homer, because it is ridiculous. Fouled off again. And that one right to second, the second out. Castellanos coming up. The base is empty, 2 out, and the Phillies having a bit of a cushion here. So it went to Robert with the catch. That's White Sox Pirates, baby. White Sox Pirates baseball. Oh, on the count. Yeah. I mean, that ballpark in the daytime. It's nice. They definitely modeled it after Camden Yards. I like Camden better, but they definitely modeled it after that. But it's a nice park. 1 on the count. Downstairs 2-1. Well, the thing with Citizens Bank Park, it's in a sporting complex, so all the stadiums are in there at the same time. So it can be a pain in the butt to get out if there's multiple events happening in there. 2-1. Castellanos. 2-2. You always like staying home? I get that. It's like North Carolina for me. Like, am I going to live there? Probably not. Ever. But I will always remember North Carolina fondly. I would love to go back. Haven't been back in like 4 years. 2-2. Castellanos fouls it off. Long inning here for Adair. It's already on 47 pitches through 2 innings. Again, he did not pitch the first inning. No. I've never had an issue with him as a D-backs fan. I've never. It's one of those, just be smart. Just be smart. Don't be stupid. 3-2. There's always going to be bad apples with everyone, but for the most part, just be smart. I've never had issue with that. Come on with the tour. Appreciate you, man. Which game do you want? Is that one misses downstairs? Appreciate you, man. That's $6 going to one of the games. It counts as triple. Why are the Phillies winning? Because Bryce Harper is insane. There's already activity in the pen. Brogdon warm up the pen for the Angels. Which game do you want? Appreciate you, man. Is that going to be it for him? That'd be it for it here. I've never been to Savannah. So if you want to see what Bryce Harper did, the pitch that he took for a home run. So there will stay out there. Let me know which game you want, Kamana. This is the pitch he hit for a home run. This pitch right here. That was a home run. Padres are all right. $6 going there. $6. He counts as triple during the game. Change it to triple. Yeah. I mean, this is insane. That's a home run. First pitch swinging. Marsh fouls it off his foot 0-1. You know, yeah, literally. You know, Harper's just that good. Harper's that good. I mean, if you want to make a competition, you can. I mean, they clearly try to make it a competition. They clearly try to. How you want to view it is different, but some people do view it as competition. Yeah, leaderboards are designed to be, yes. I think that's the whole point. They're trying to make it like Twitch. Marsh ripped right to second. Not going to go for the force at second. Second to go for first. 4-3. A rough inning there for Adair. He allows 3. Including that shot to Harper, which I don't think was his fault. That was a pitch that was high and inside that Harper swung at and just ripped it into right. If he does this with a base loaded, yep. Like, that is just, you tip your cap to the guy. But we'll go top 4. Hardly order here. Trout, Ward, Adele. You want to do trivia? Not yet. No, not yet. I want to figure out something, but... My dream home run derby? Ooh, dream derby? Well, Schwarber's got to be in there. Schwarber and Harper for both Philly. Schwarber and Harper in there. Suarez, Judge, Ohtani, Raleigh. Maybe Caglione. If he gets it going. Caglione and Anthony. I think that'd be a fun derby. I think that'd be a really fun derby next year. Thoughts of beloved Red Sox losing today. I mean, they've won 10 straight. It's got to end at some point. Nothing to worry about. Like Gaga. Oh, I love Gaga. I love Gaga ball. Oh, man. I get competitive during that game, but you don't win anything. You know, Stars playing lights out lately. Stars playing lights out. I'm not saying the Marlins should buy at the deadline, but if you can get a bat to protect Stars so that they can't walk him. Turns into 585. Why is he still starting? Can I issue one Jose Herrera? Favorite jersey I own? Trevor Lawrence, the Prowler throwback. Yeah, it's simple people can hit it out of. Because the Marlins live in Boston? Yeah. Gaga ball. Well, that's a fun game. I do like Gaga ball. First pitch. Inside 1-0. Yeah, they shouldn't sell unless you get a good offer for Sandy. Like, if you can get a bat to protect Stars, I mean, that would just be ridiculous. The Mets don't name Lindor, Captain Marlins don't name membership. All right. 2-0 the count. Trout takes that one first strike from the Mount Brothers zone 2-1. And Trout ahead in all 3 games of the D-back series. 0 for 1 to start today. Luzardo's got some run support here. In their first strike, 2-2. Marlins sell Sixto. You wonder if he's ever going to get it going. You really wonder if he's ever going to get it going. I give him one more year. Down outside 3-2. Seems like the prize piece in the Remuto trade. Yeah, the ball Harper hit looked impossible. Yes. It was like inside and at the eyes. Trout, base hit down the left field line. He's got a 4-game hitting streak now. Hill got on board with a leadoff double. Angels need to rally here. And that's going to help. A teacher like all the churches VBS, yeah. Well, we had like, what we would do is we would take our dog gate and we would just turn it into a Gaga pit. Have a dog gate to prevent the dog from running out. And we'll just turn it into a Gaga pit. Give him this year, then Travis Outcould. Yeah, unless someone gives him a crazy package. Yes, I have definitely toned down. War up to bat. First pitch in the first strike. Foolish baseball? Yes. Oh, I love Foolish baseball. Love Foolish baseball. No, he's awesome. He's awesome. And we follow each other on Twitter. We're good buddies. You know, he's great. 1 on the count. His graphics are insane. Like, how he does the graphics is incredible. And he's so knowledgeable about the game, too. Now, Foolish Baseball is really good. I can't recommend that channel enough. If you like baseball, I can't recommend that channel enough. Have a dog? Yes. Well, my sister does. 1-2. We used to have a dog when I was growing up. She passed away. And then we got a dog 7 years later. I don't have a dog in my apartment. If you mean that, no, I don't have a dog in Phoenix. Back in New York, have a dog. I could never have a dog out here. I could not take care of an animal. And plus, my sleep schedule will not be good for the dog. Swing and a miss. Ward goes down. 5 strikeouts for Luzardo. That's the first out. PCMP Alonso make the Hall of Fame. I could see it. I could see it. They definitely have a shot. They definitely are on track. They're definitely on track, potentially. I don't think that's a crazy hot take. Compared to some of the other hot takes, I don't think it's a crazy one. Downstairs 1-0. Phillies buy or sell buy. This could be the last year of the window. This could be the last year for the Phillies for the window. Is this an aging roster? I'd say buy. Terrified dogs. So it's a small dog. Yeah, I'm terrified of big dogs. I can't do big dogs. Fly ball, deep center field. Backing up and gone. Adele. Hello from the other side. His 20th of the season. And it's 4-3 into deep center field. I'm not playing in Portland. No, I'm not doing the I'm not the Melonheads. I'm not doing Melonheads. Giants ever pay for Alonso in 26? I think he stays for the Mets. Yeah, cat for the apartment. I'm allergic to cats, so definitely not. Now that would be I'm allergic, so that's definitely not gonna happen. I can't do dogs that shed. 1-0 the count. Can't do dogs that shed. The first dog we have was a Maltese. And this dog that we have is a Maltipoo. 1-0, Soler. He had a homer last time, 2-0. Malzik playoffs in 27 by 27. Ooh, I mean, I think I could see it. I could see it. Team to Portland. I don't hate it. I know he's got nothing left in the tank, but it's not a lot of money. Some veteran leadership. I don't hate it. Is it going to work? I don't know, but it's low risk. 2-0, Soler. Into deep left field. Backing up by the track and making the play right at the wall. For a loud out number 2 is Kepler. No Hoppy coming up. Yeah, but I can't, like... The thing with pets is that, obviously, it's a lot of money. I think people don't realize that with pets. It's a lot of money. Like, one accident, they ate something wrong, and you're out thousands of dollars. Favorite animal if I get my own? Fish. You have to do nothing with the fish. Just feed it every now and then. Now I'm downstairs. 1-1 the count. Because the other thing, too, is that animals wake you up. Animals will wake you up. With my sleep schedule, that would not be good. Also, it would not be fair to the animal for me. Because I work at night, and I sleep a lot during the early day. That would not be fair to the animal. Because they operate on sunlight. 1-1, 2-1 now, the count. Also, walking the dog, to walk the dog would be impossible. In Phoenix, it's very hard. Cal Gibson, I did see that, yeah. Solid career. Solid career. But, 2-1. Fouled off the catcher's vest, 2-2. Yeah, I'd say fish on that one for favorite animal. But, it's a lot of money, a lot of responsibility. With my streaming schedule, it will not be good because, again, I like limiting the variables I've got. Like, if you notice, I don't have to cancel a lot of streams. But if I had a pet, I'd probably have to cancel a fair amount. Or have to, like, leave to walk the pet. Because, obviously, I can't just sit around for 8 hours on stream without walking the dog. Like, they gotta go somewhere. You see some res are they ready? Yep. No, it would not be good. 3-2. Fouled off. Oh, favorite animal to be if I could have one? Well, I mean, like I would have a fish, but like if I didn't have to do if I didn't have to like be responsible for it, like if it didn't bark, like I do love my sister's Maltipoo. I do love that. 3-2. Below Patsko, they go to the coaching staff. The front office. Swing and a miss, 6 strikeouts. Lobby goes down, but the Animals get 2 back. Solid inning for them. So we go bottom 4. Thanks to 2-run shot by Adele. 4-3. Favorite helmet all time? All time in the NFL. I mean, the Rams helmets back in the 70s were great. The Rams helmets in the 80s and 70s were just phenomenal. Yep, obviously on that one. Obviously. Now, current favorite helmet. Current one? Man. Current one. I mean, the Bengals ones are clean. Bengals and Chargers, I would say. You have all offside scores, yep. We picked a good game, though. We picked a good game here. Picked a good game here. So go bottom four. And if you are a member, we got emojis in the chat. Angels and Phillies. We got these emojis in there. It's just some tuner reviews? Yes. Those are good helmets, yes. I like what they got right now. They're sitting out there for another inning. You figure this is going to be his last inning of work. Starting on 51 pitches. Most he's thrown this year is 56. This year in the minor leagues, most pitches he threw was 94. The Salt Lake Bees back on June 19th. 0-1. Now in bottom part of the zone, misses 1-1. New Chargers, I love him. I love him. That 2000s look is such a vibe. I love that look for them. The Chargers don't miss. The Chargers really do not miss on their uniforms. 1-1. Realmuto into left center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Realmuto gets on board with a double. His hot streak continues. JT Realmuto. Find me another player playing better right now than him. It is tough. Some man who over his last 12 games now is 20 for 43. His last 12 games, he's hitting .465. As they try the opener strategy with Adair, but it is not working. He has been lit up today. Looks like a minion. Those are the yellow ones. The blue ones look good. First pitch. That one popped up into center. Realmuto has to hold it second. No, he's going to go. Wow, that was a shallow ball to center field, but he decides to take a chance on it. It's a lazy throw from Adele. Runner advances 90 feet. That was a lazy throw from Adele. Put no power on that one. Realmuto sensed an opportunity. He decides to take third. The yellow one? I'm not crazy with the yellow ones. The yellow ones, well, all yellow doesn't work. It just doesn't work. All yellow never works. It's not a good combo. Looks like a highlighter. First pitch upstairs, 1-0. Stodges gets one out of the infield. One 0 outside, 2-0. Davis Alexander, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised by that. It was time. (2-0). Stott, grounder right to first, and making the play on the bag is Shonwell, and he will actually hold the runner at third. Find out with the yellow powder look, that will look clean. That could look pretty clean. So Stott cannot get out of the infield. Infield was in, and a good job blocking it with his glove. Shonwell. Oh my God, Marlins look good right now. Marlins look good. Can the Angels get out of this thing? First pitch swinging, shot foul. It's back to Trey Turner. Change it frequently? Yeah, I think so. They got so many good uni combos. You might as well change it up every time you get the chance. Popped up foul 0-2. Eagles get new unis. I don't think they're going to anytime soon. I don't think they're going to. They got a powerful brand right now. They win with this brand. I don't think they're going to change them anytime soon. I mean, their helmet's great. I don't know why they would change them. They got a clean look. 0-2. Chopped over the head of the pitcher. Gonna be a tough play. Makes it, though. Nice job there by the second baseman, Renifo. So the Phillies get the first man in scoring position. Can't bring him home. It'll remain 4-3 as we go top 5. Yeah, in Brazil, I don't know which one they're going to use. There's a heck of a play there. At second after it was a high chopper over the head of the pitcher. Best unis in the NFL. Bengals are clean. Bengals unis are sick. I would also say the Jaguars throwbacks. The Jaguar throwbacks. The Jaguar throwbacks look incredible. I think Brazil, they're just going to go with the regular ones that they got. Because when it comes to Brazil, like, when it comes to that, you want to, you don't want to mess up your brand, if that makes sense. Like, the Jaguars, they played every, like, back in the day in the 2000s, they played every other primetime games with the black unis, and Wayne Weaver's like, wait a sec, we don't wear black usually, but every primetime game we wear black, and people think our color is black when it's not. No, he's not going to trade away Stars. There's no chance. There's no chance Stars gets traded. Jags to the playoffs in 23. Would I have gone? Yeah, I would have gone. Would have gone destroyed, but I would have gone. If it was a wild card, if it was a away game, no. But if it was a home game, yeah. But it would have been ugly. It would not have been... Like, I would not have been looking forward to the playoffs in 23. I'll put it that way. I would not have been looking forward to it. With how we were playing at the end, I was like, yeah, there's no chance. First pitch. I think it's actually better that we didn't make it long term. Because we would have lost. We would have lost, and Bulky would have stayed on. Pearson would have stayed on their year. It's better that we didn't make it long term. 1-0. Chop to third. Fair. Could be a tough play. Can't beat it out. Throw can't beat him, and it's going to be a leadoff single. Probably but in Cleveland? No. We lost to Cleveland we lost to Cleveland a month ago. Why the Chargers change units every year? They don't. They're adding a throwback. They didn't change the units every year. They can only change once every 5 years. It's just they add a throwback uni. That's all. No, they would have lost to Cleveland. They would have lost. They would have given it like 35. It would have been ugly. Cleveland lost by throw. Houston was playing better the second half of the season. Jacksonville was playing like the worst team in football. Jacksonville sucked the second half of the season after Trevor got hurt. I mean, they won one game that was against Carolina. They allowed points on every drive to Tampa. 1-1. Fouled off 1-2. They had points on literally every drive to Tampa. Tennessee game, they let Ryan Tannehill look great. And Henry ran train on him, as he always does. Cleveland game, Flacco put up monster numbers. There was no chance. There was no chance they were going to win in the playoffs. Renifo. 1-2. Did that hit him on the foot? It did not. 2-2. Actually, that chopper was actually my bad. They actually ruled that foul, that chopper. No, it looked like it was fair, but review it, and that is going to be a strikeout. 7 for Luzardo. That's the first out. So my apologies on that one. My apologies. It looked fair, but they rule it foul. And he has to go back, retreat, and then strikes out. Judkins is go jail? I don't think so. I don't think he will. Red Sox and Cubs, Phillies, Dodgers all on the road for Brickers Brew. Yeah, if they go 500, that's a win. If they go 500 on that stretch, that's a win. So leadoff man sit down. Here comes Newman. Again, my apologies on the Rengifo play. Look fair, but they retreat everyone. 0-1. They didn't show a replay. I'm watching the Phillies broadcast. Maybe on the Angels broadcast it was different, but the Hunt. Yeah, the Hunt got me going yesterday. That one, a blueprint to left base hit for Newman. The City Connect for the Phils. I'm not crazy about it. I'm never crazy about City Connects that don't look anything like the team colors that they got. Now send Neto up third time through. Oh, it's not 10 games? It's only 9? I would say you go 5-4, that's a win. Yeah, I thought it was a 10-game series. Broncos are in the West. I could see it. I didn't see that, but I could see that happening. That's not crazy. It's not crazy. But yeah, the Hunt, 0-1 the count. There's something different about this team. There's something different. I'm not saying they're going to win this year. I'm not saying it's going to work out this year, but there's something about the energy, the camaraderie, the togetherness, the coaching staff having a vision. There's something about that. There's something about this seems like a staff that knows what it's doing. And again, it's a lot of PR stuff and whatnot, but the other thing I learned, the biggest takeaway from that, 0-2 the count. No, whoa, that missed? Well, that was in the zone. 1-1 the count. I thought that was in. Yeah, now we're going to get all the second round pick sign. Yeah, the dominoes fell. Once Everett Collins signed, all the dominoes are going to fall. The thing that I learned from the Hunt more than anything, favorite MLB team, Diamondbacks. I'm going to the game tonight. 1-1 the count. Inside 2-1. Is Foye is going to be a coach someday. Foye is going to be a coach. He was so competitive in that. He was like game planning everything and the way he talks. Foye is going to be a coach one day. You have Straff Walters. Yeah, and that offensive line is not good in Houston. Yeah, 13 days away. Let's go, baby. 2-1. We'll be on the call for that. 3-1. Matt pitch misses downstairs. Broncos, the Chiefs' biggest threat? I would say yes. I would say yes. In the West, yes, I would say so. Burke is in the pen for the Angels. So he's going to go to the bottom of the 5th. And there will be done. Pickoff play here. Luzardo on 75 pitches. After an 8-pitch inning in the first. The Hunt, it was just the Jaguars show. Like, it shows like an inside look at the Jaguars. How's it going, Toast? Appreciate you, man. O-line can't get a whole lot worse. Chopper to third. 5-4. Can't get the 3, so fielder's choice. Neto gets on board, but that's the second out. What do they do over the Chargers? I think for me personally, with when it comes to the Broncos, I think it's... I'm not sure the Chargers improved a lot in the offseason. The Broncos, Bo Nix, if he could make a leap. I think Herbert is what he is at this point. Which is still a very good quarterback, but I think Herbert's what it is. Preseason schedule, that's going to come this weekend. AI video, probably by the end of the month. Probably end of the month. Because the rabbit hole goes further and further than I thought it did. I think it's just more the sky's the limit with Bo Nix versus Herbert, where he's still a very good quarterback, but I think this is what he is at this point. If that makes sense. Like the Chargers, I'm not crazy about their running back room. Not crazy about their interior of the O-line. You know, I trust the Jags, but I don't trust Sandy. Nope. I do not trust Sandy at all. 0-1 the count. It really is. If you had Sandy from previous years and put him on this year's team, I think they're in the playoffs, potentially. 0-2 the count. Yeah, Broncos have better defense. Yep. Oh, 2 to Sean Noel. Outside 1-2. You know, Colin Coward loves the Chargers. Outside 2-2. Like 1-5. 5-10 games. Yeah, the Jaguars usually get the under. Usually the Jaguars are the under. Usually the Jags, you bet the under. I would still bet the under. 2-2. That one shot. Well, base hit up the middle. Runners on the corners with 2 out. So tying run is now in scoring position for Mike Trout. Is there anything for sale? Yep. So we go on the precinct? Yes, we will. Yes. Phil Rivers, top 5 quarterback to never make a Super Bowl. In a Super Bowl era, obviously. Well, Fouts and Moon definitely are 1-2. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. Oh, they're still playing. Yeah, I'd say Rivers, yeah. I'll go with that. I'm fine with that. Rivers top 5 to never make a Super Bowl in the Super Bowl era. I'm fine with that. Swing and miss 0-1. Bet the over on Jags winning 10. I would love that. I get believing in Harbaugh. I do get believing in Jim Harbaugh. They're going to be a good team this year. Just, I'm not crazy about what they did this offseason. They had a chance, and I don't think they did a lot with it. 0-2 the count. That pitch in there for a called strike. Every Chargers QB. Except for Stan Humphries. Yeah, I think Rivers is top 3 if we're only counting guys that are retired. Just getting a second chance? No. No, I don't. I don't see it. He just looked incompetent his first time around. I don't see us giving a second chance. Defensive guys usually don't get second chances. Defensive guys, it's usually one and done. Thought off we say 11-2. Pitch number 85 for Lazaro coming up. So Angels, after 8 pitches the first inning, that was it. Or 8 pitches first 4 outs, I should say. 7 pitches the first inning. Why not believe in my own team? Because I've seen my team play. And there's still holes and still question marks. What reason do I have to believe in my team? Like, that's the thing. Like, I love, like, I want to believe. But I've been burned too many times. I haven't seen my team win more than 10 games in a season since I graduated elementary school. If one I was covered, yeah, it was the biggest spread Super Bowl history, and they covered. How the Jags doing draft sets a 100 pick? I think they did pretty good. I think they did very good. I like what they did on the offensive line with Wyatt. He's a mauler. He's an absolute mauler. I think Kaiser will be good on special teams. I like, I wanted Scatabo, but I do like the idea of a guy like Tudor. He's a good scat back, I think. That one, base hit up the middle. Trout, his second of the game. And the Angels tie it at 4. The best wide receiver duo? We do not. No, we do not. We do not. You can't say that before he plays the game. That one, Chase and Higgins exist. No, you cannot say that. Cannot say that before he even plays a game. Yeah, nobody's there. Yep. So Trout is second hit of the game. And the Angels erase a 3-run deficit, tied at 4. Now look, now Thomas and Hart could be the best receiver duo. Could be. But right now, you'd be crazy to take him over Chase and Higgins. Be crazy to do that. Mound visit here as Lazaro is starting to get lit up. There is activity in the pen. Lazaro is warming up in the pen for the Phils. With runners on the corners. The go-ahead run in scoring position. Angels have not led today. They've answered a 1-0 deficit and a 4-1 deficit. You guys picked a good one here for you to make the call. Yeah, I like what the Jaguars did. I trust Gladstone. I'll put it that way. I trust Gladstone. Ward, first pitch, downstairs, 1-0. GM can't control the outcome of player acquisitions. What do they do consistently well? Well, I think value in the draft. And drafting feels like a matter of luck. I mean, if you go, like, I'm not sure it's luck, because obviously, like, we saw the final few years of Bill Belichick's reign with the Patriots. He did not go with the consensus, and it did not work out. So, maybe there is some luck, but it's not, like, there is a lot of skill with it. There's a lot of skill with drafting. 2-0, inside 3-0. With what they can control is value. I think value is what they can control. Like, if you are constantly having 4 draft picks a year, like if you're trading away your draft picks and trading away those lottery tickets, and you're not getting anything with it, That's a problem. That's a problem. If that makes sense. Also value as well. 3-1 the count. In the sense of, like trade downs and whatnot. Making trade downs, trade ups. BW Falk with the 5-er. That's $15 going there. 4-1. So that pitch misses downstairs and the bases are loaded. Ward gets on. Appreciate you, BW Falk. Al Haynes, captain of United Airlines Flight 232. Umpire of the 78 Little League World Series. I did not know that. Wow. I did not know that. And Luzardo's done. 92 pitches. Again, we say Luzardo either gets lit up or he pitches well. And today was a light-up day. A call of the bullpen here. Chase Higgins or Brown Smith. I'm going Chase Higgins, but it's close. Brown Smith is 2. Too much credit for draft successes and too much criticism for draft failures. I think it depends. I think it depends. I mean, there is somewhere... I'll put it this way. If Trevor Lawrence was a bust, you can't blame the GM for that. You really can't. Everyone and their mother was going to take Trevor Lawrence. If you draft a guy that no one expected you to draft, we do. If you draft a guy that no one expected you to draft, you're Braves supported on, he better work out. I'll put it that way. You're more likely to get blamed if you go against the consensus and it does not work out. Like Cole Strange. I think a great example is Cole Strange. No one had him as a first-round pick. Belichick was like, you know what, I like this guy a lot. It has not worked out. Cole Strange sucks. You get a lot of blame for that. Now, if you draft a guy that's in the consensus, doesn't work out, I don't think it's a problem. Like, everyone's going to whiff. Question is, how bad are your whiffs and how often do you whiff? Yeah, Ryan got a second chance. Yeah, but he won. Allen, well, the Saints were stupid. Mangini, he did have a win the first stint to make the playoffs. Bet 10 bucks for the Jackson Sandwiches. I would love that. Fox, he made a Super Bowl the first time. Del Rio made the playoffs a few times. First time. Rivera, first time. Made the Super Bowl. Morris Bowles, yeah. Not as frequent as offense, but nope. A lot of those guys won in their first stint. If you don't win your first stint, you're not going to get a second shot if you're a defensive coach. So Phillies in a jam right now. Bases loaded. And Max Lazar coming in. Try and get out of this. Yeah, Al Davis says Sister Speed. Yep. Darius Hayward Bay over Crabtree on line 1 on that one. Last time I pitched, July 11th. 1 inning, 1 hit, 1 run allowed in that 4-2 loss to the Pods. First pitch, breaking ball in the first strike. We know Lazar can go 2 innings, so you figure the idea, get him out quickly, and then go the 6th. How's it going, Austin? Football season, become a channel full time. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Means a lot to me. Thank you so much, man. Right, interim was met, yeah. 0-1. Adele fouls it off 0-2. Again, any donation during the game counts triple toward make the call. Jackson win 10 games, only $10. Hopefully you don't have to donate $10. Hopefully you can keep your $10 on that. I would love that. Believe me, I would love to. I've loved the Jags win 10 games. I've only seen the Jags win 10 games in a season once since I graduated elementary school. And I graduated elementary school in June of 2008. I've seen my team win 10 games once. So, and that was exactly 10 games. 1-2. Adele, shops to the short, 6-4 on the out. Phil's get out of the jam. Lazar does his job. That means Lazardo will not be in line for the loss. He'll get a no decision. Angels tied at 4. Scouting staff is more important than the GM by himself. More intimate experience of players on the field prior to getting drafted. I think that the GM's role, if this makes sense, I think the GM's role is managing people. The scouts do their jobs. The GM obviously is scouting players too, but the scouts do their jobs, and then the GM has to compile all the data and manage relationships, if that makes sense, and do the heavy lifting as we get closer. They won 12 that year, including the playoffs. They did, yeah, including playoffs. Should have won 13. Yep, Miles Jack wasn't down, baby. Yeah, Bryce Harper, you just saw it? Yeah, oh, man. Not even a bad pitch. Literally high and inside. Yeah, Jags should be the Patriots. Yep, they should have. 3 teams around, Panthers, Jags, and Pats. I wouldn't hate that. I would not hate that. I would not hate that. Here we go. Bottom 5, 4-4 the score. Appreciate you guys tuning in for this one. If you haven't seen today's video, click the link above. We do talk about Johnny Unitas and a touchdown that should not have counted. That should be readjusted. Posted him at 7 title. I wasn't down. No, he was not. Oh, man. See, it's funny. I think Jaguars would have won that Super Bowl. Jaguars would have been the Eagles. And it's not me being biased. It's not me being biased. Saxonville was great against pocket passers with no mobility. Yeah, I think that's be good. I really do. I like May, and defense looks improved, and I like Vrabel. The Jaguars were very good against pocket passing quarterbacks that year with no mobility. Nick Foles, pocket passing quarterback with no mobility. I think we would have played very well against him. Jackson finished at least 5 games above 500 since before the Great Recession. It's been a while. We're 11-5 that year in 07. It has been a while. Again, it has not been fun to be a Jaguars fan 90% of the time. 10% of the time, it's great. But 90%, like, the 10% was the NFL draft this past season. Burke, the new pitcher for the Angels. Brock Burke. Coming in. Third pitcher of the game. You think Bryce Young can take the next step? I don't know. He looked better last year, but again, the arm strength, I just don't know if it's there. Upstairs 2-0. Burke's pitched pretty solid as of late. He's only allowed 1 run over the last month. His last 17 games, 12 1/3, 1 run allowed. A .73 ERA in that stretch. That one on the outer part of the zone in the first strike, 2-1. There you go, Vrabel, since he knows steal away. Yep. And the Giants are both boring right now, so thank you for saying me. All good, yeah. This has been a fun game. Angels Phillies is a fun game. Appreciate you, Nathan. Better than Buffalo Bums. I didn't even have to look at the username for that one. I know who made that comment. 2-2. Fouled off by Schwarber. He's got on board twice today. Homer and a walk. Schwarber, Harper, Bohm due up here. And if you like what you look, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out a ton on the channel to try and grow this community even more. 2-2. Schwarber, goodbye. Strike 3 on the fastball. First time today, Schwarber does not get on board. Harper coming up. Young and Seth Evans, obviously, defense got picked up and make it twice. I can see that. Well, Jay said Million Hunter and BGO will be the third best receiver duo, making a big 3 for wide receiver duo. This game, White helps a lot. Yeah, I do like White on the offensive line. He's a mauler. He's an absolute mauler. Harper coming up. Last time up, he hit that crazy home run. He gets another one there. That's going to be extra bases on a pitch that was low and inside. They're not even attacking Harper in the zone. He's still getting these to go for extra bases. How is he doing this? These are hard pitches to hit. Yep. Like, this pitch was low and inside. And he rips it for a double. This is insane. Bryce Harper is, I have no words. I have no words for what Bryce Harper is doing right now. Do you understand? I hope so. Look, I want to believe it. I've just been burned too many times by this team. I've been burned too many times. That went downstairs 1-0. Like, I'll show you the pitch. I'll show you the pitch. I mean, this was like, it's not as crazy as the home run, but it's still an insane pitch to be first pitch swinging at. One the count. Someone say the Phillies would have closed. How about the only player left? Yeah. Could be. 1-1 the count. To Bohm. He's 0 for 2 today. Swing and miss downstairs on the changeup. 1-2. Like, this was the pitch. This was the pitch he ripped for a double. Again, not as crazy as the homer, but he's got 2 hits. 1 hit was up here and 1 down here. 1-2, grounder to second. That's going to advance the runner 90 feet, but that will be the second out. So Harper goes to third, but Bo 1 for 3 today. Castellanos coming up. Yeah, I heard Acuna made a great throw. I haven't seen the throw yet. Haven't seen the throw. Here comes Castellanos. Go ahead, run. Worst take of all time. Go for it. You know, Harper's a Hall of Famer. Harper's one of the few guys who lived up to the hype. He was the chosen one coming out of high school, and he has lived up to the hype. Like, that is not easy to do. 0-1 the count. Chopper to short. 6-3. Phillies leave a runner on third. You know, get fire away with that take. Beautiful career. How could go? Look, go was this baseball limbo. Yep. Literal hoop by Harper. So leave a runner on. The best Patriots team is 2004. My friend says 07. It's if it was 07, they didn't win it all. I don't think 04 was better than 03. I think 03 was a better Pats team. If you're going to go with a team that won the Super Bowl, I think 03 was better. I think 03 was a better team. Beautiful career. Trash and area use the Bills and Patriots. But no need to use it on the Jets who are already trash. Yeah, Bryce Harper came out of high school. Yes, he did. Rockies broadcaster Jerry Schmel, who was his father, the playing coach, was deputy commissioner of the Continental Baseball Station. Wow, did not know that. It's crazy the stories that you, like, from these people on these flights. Okay, here's the throw. Okay, let me see. Okay, so obviously you tag on the track. Duh. Spin around. No. No! Well, you got to slide there. To be fair, you got to slide. That's lazy running by whoever was at second for the Yankees. But you got to slide. But holy cow. Spinning around? You know, 03 is better than 04. I think 03 is a better team than 04. From the track, throwing a guy... Wow, that's an insane throw. You got to slide. Wow, that just kept rising and rising. Yeah, he let up. I don't know why you don't slide there. That's on the third base coach. No, go third is a long way to find your legacy? Absolutely. Yeah, third is where you make the Hall of Fame. 20 is where you establish yourself. 30 is where you make the Hall of Fame. It's very hard to make the Hall of Fame before you turn 30 in baseball. Very, very hard. There are very few guys that have done that. Very few guys that, before they turn 30, are easy Hall of Famers. Some of the Jets got routed, they were 11-16. Oh, that's not terrible. That's not terrible. I think a lot of people said that. That's a crazy take. Amana with a 2-hour field Mets back to losing. Something never ends. Yeah, 2 runs allowed in the 5th. That wasn't good. Still 3-2. It's still plenty of time, but obviously not great. Again, everything counts as triple. Everything's triple, so that's $6 more bucks going to the fish. Romano, the new pitcher. So Lazar will not go the 6th, oddly enough. Despite only throwing 4 pitches in the 5th, and despite going 2 innings in quite a few games this year, he will not go the 6th. They're going to have Romano pitch. So they're going to go deep into the bullpen on the first game. Both teams are. Facing Soler, Ohapi, and then Rengifo. I think Pats were defensive before was more well-rounded. I guess that's fair. But I do like the 03 team better. 2-1 in there for a strike. 2-2. Had the 23 hits to 5-12. Yeah, that was a good pick on your part. That was a good pick. And Romano not playing great baseball as of late. He's been lit up lately. Way upstairs, full count. Last 5 outings, he's allowed 7 runs in 4.2. Romano will crap me up. The only Trout, Harper, and Pulse would made if they stopped playing at 30. That's about it. I think you're right on that. 3-2 downstairs. And Soler will take his base with a leadoff walk. Wait, 07 was the best to not win all, 3 was the best to win all. Yep, I'm with you there. I think 07 was the best team in Pats history. I know they didn't win it all, but I think 07 was the best team. I'm going to make us lose again. It's Interesting decision to not keep Lazar out there. You were close on to the Dolphins? Actually, surprisingly close, yeah. To the better than 85 Bears? Yeah, absolutely. Let's lose. We'll see. It's early. 0-1 the count to a hop. B. Sloak messed up. Fact on that one. I'm going to say fact. Yeah, because Sloak was bad. Sloak went from like the hottest name to just horrible as OC. Can't be any worse than Sloak last year. That was terrible. 0-1. Upstairs 1-1. Although the offensive line sucks for the Texans, so I'm a bit worried about that. Because Stroud before he turned 30 had 3 MVPs. Yeah, he would have been in. So he missed 1 too. Ohtani's 31, so I guess before he turned 31 he would have been a Hall of Famer. But 1-2. Then depending on how we count this generation, I mean, you talked about Albert Pujols, so I'll count Derek Jeter as well. I think Jeter would have been a Hall of Famer before he turned 30. Been very hard to keep Jeter out. 1-2. Way outside 2-2. Good block by Romuto. Falcons have had the second longest playoff drought. Who makes it first? I trust the Panthers a bit more than the Falcons. I trust the Panthers a bit more. I like Canales more than I like Morris. 2-2. Shot foul by Ohapi. There is activity in the Angels' pen as well. So Burke will be done after the 5th inning. Meaning that is now 4 pitchers they would have used. Pulling hard for both our Tigers and Lions. Odds for either win all. I would say 35%. Lions are a good team, and the Tigers are the favorite right now. I think Tigers are the best team in baseball. Deep in the track, making the play at center for the first out is Marsh. Allowed out number 1, going to tag Soler. Will get in there in scoring position. Yeah, Panthers season opposite. Yeah, we're not talking about this year. We're just talking in general. First team to make it. Just talking in general first team, not this year. Yeah, I see 12-5 for the Dolphins. I don't think I'm just not crazy about McDaniel as coach. Just not crazy about it. All right, Rengifo coming up. Appreciate all you guys being here for this one. Make sure that like button and subscribe does help us out on the channel. Yeah, and every donation counts as triple. So we're going to which game we're calling on Monday. That pitch outside, but they called a strike. 0-1. Rengifo over 2 today. Angels win at least the Mets are in position to retake the division. Yes. Yes, they are. Tunzel is not on the Texans anymore. Tunzel's not there anymore. He's in Washington. He's not on the Texans anymore. They replaced him with Cam Robinson, which tells you a lot. Yeah, McDowell knows his heat up. Yeah. Tunzel's not a Texan. 0-2. Rengifo. Into right center field, but underneath it for the second out. Once again, it's Marsh. This time, runner holds. Back-to-back 8s on that one. Yeah, like the Texans O-line got. Like, they're relying on Cam Robinson and Laken Tomlinson as their starters now on the offensive line, which tells you a lot. We have a team in the year of our Lord 2025 who is using Laken Tomlinson as their probable starter. And that's a filling for Aerosol. Define nice, because he was a penalty magnet and a sack magnet. Liner right to short. Turner makes the play. Romano does his job, I will say. He does his job. Yeah, I think, well, Sloak was bad last year. Sloak was bad. So I think maybe to some extent fact, but again, the O-line is not good. 2.2 innings, 4 earned. Yeah, it's time for Verlander. He's got to go to the pen. He has to be put out to pasture at this point. So how's it going, Angel Josh? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here, man. Not great, but pretty solid. I don't know about that. I liked him a lot coming out of Duke, but 4-2 Reds now. Hayes with a solo shot to right center. That's be 10 games back by mid-August. That is bold. I don't think they're going to be 10 back by mid-August. We go bottom 6 as the Angels look like they're bringing their 4th pitcher. I don't think Brooks going again. Marshall is favorite on the team. Ooh. That is not a popular choice at all. That is not by any means. Glad I can make it. All good, man. All good. 4-2 Hayes on a solo shot. This wild card race in the NL is going to be tight. I'll tell you, I think the Reds make it. I like McDaniel, but whenever team faces adversity, he and the team shrinks. Yep. Not wrong there. Not wrong there. For OJ's, yeah. Like early this, yeah, like very early. Very early. It's been a while. Let's go, Lily. Appreciate you, man. If you are a member, you get a lot of cool perks. One of the perks is that you can use emojis in the chat. We do have the emojis for the Angels and the Phillies today. Yeah, bullpen or either DFA with the intent to release. Yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time for Verlander. He is not what he used to be. We go bottom 6, 4-4. We got a good one here. Probably best game of the day. First pitch swing. They're going to actually leave Birkin. There was activity in the pen. They're going to leave Birkin for another inning of work, which I think is the right move. Burke has gone 32 pitches before this season. So they will leave him out there for the 6th. Speaking of your favorite player, Marsh. 0 for 2, swing and a miss 0-2. Give Verlander a fall off his voice compliment? Absolutely. Absolutely. So remember he's not getting to 300 wins. I'm not sure if we're going to see another guy get 300. But it's time. He's a Hall of Famer, obviously. First ballot Hall of Famer. No doubt in my mind. If you lose... I mean, you got to... Yeah, it's not pretty right now. Sandy, they leave him out there for another inning. Got a leadoff man on. 0-2, straight to miss. Marsh chases the high fastball. No, Verlander on the Tigers was special. Verlander on the Tigers was absolutely special. And here comes Real Muto coming up. He has been red hot. Real Muto, 2 hits today. He's got a hitting streak. 7 games now. And he's got a hit in 10 of his last 11. And now they'll make a pitching change. I'm a bit surprised with this. I guess they want the matchup. And now they take Burke out. We'll have a new pitcher in for the Angels when we get back. Yeah, Father Time got us over with everyone. Yep, Father Time is undefeated. What's your Tom Brady? Third base go gesturing from the slide before he got tagged out. You didn't see the sign? Wow. I guess he was thinking like there's no way he's gonna make the throw. Yeah, so that's on him. You gotta just hustle. You gotta hustle. There's no reason I don't hustle there. So Burke has done a very good outing in relief. Bullpen game was not... Yeah, bullpen games are very risky. Because bullpen games, you deplete a lot of arms, and if one guy blows up, you're screwed. And 1 out, nobody on. Real Muto will come up and face the new pitcher. For the Angels. It was 4-1 Angels. Or 4-1 Phillies, I should say. Angels came back. The way the game is taking in terms of speed and risk of injury, Verlander feels like the last true great old guy pitcher. Yeah, it's... Yeah, you're just gonna... Every pitcher's gonna get Tommy John at this point. Every pitcher that's throwing 100, you're gonna get Tommy John at some point. 1-0 the count. New pitcher in for the Halos. It is Sam Bachman. 25-year-old first-round pick from the 21 draft out of Miami, Ohio. 1-0 the count. Check swing, but that was in the zone. 1-1. Bachman, last time he pitched was against the D-backs. That 10-5 win back on July 12th. 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit allowed, 1 walk. It's not the best time, but didn't allow any runs, at least. 1-1. That one on the inner part of the zone, in there for a strike. 1-2. Bachman, last 3 outings have not been the best. Last 3 outings, 4 hits allowed in 2 innings, alongside a walk. So now quite a few guys on board. There's got Realmuto ahead 1-2. Inside, almost hits him 2-2. Yeah, 6-2 Red Sox. This is not good. That's a big home run there. Don't play left, which entirely for Bucks struggles. Not his fault. Father Time caught up with TB12. Yeah, we got to adjust. You got to adjust the offense. Like, you can't rely on the deep ball necessarily. And obviously, the run game was terrible. 2-2. Who wins? It's close. 2-2, grounder. It's a weak one, though. Realmuto will not get on board for the first time today. 4-3 on the out. As Rengifo fires to Sean Noel. We'll send Kepler up to bat. Nobody on, 2 out. If he gets on, stun in the 9 spot. Up next. Kepler, first pitch. In there for a strike. The sinker. 90 on the outer part of the zone. 0-1 the count. Kepler 0 for 2 today. Just 1 for his last 10 over his last 5 games, including this one. Downstairs 1-1. Banks is in the pen, meanwhile, for the Phils. So he'll go the 7th, you figure. Both teams using a lot of pitchers today. 2-1 as that pitch misses by Bachman. He got fresh arms, obviously, after the All-Star break, but don't have to use this many arms this early. 2-2. A 95-mile-an-hour fastball, yeah, now that doesn't even scratch the surface. If you're throwing 95 to start to in like the 3rd inning, people are like, "What's up? Like, are you okay?" Like 100 used to be a feat. Now it's just like regular. Now it's just like regular occurrence. 2-2. That one lined right to 3rd. Shift was on. Good defense there and a nice start there by Newman at 3rd. Making the play on the line out. We go top 7. Tied at 4. Angels pen doing its job. Trying to come back in this one and get to a game under 500. Keep themselves alive in that wild card hunt. Career will not be DFA'd. Fact or fiction? How's it going, Dustin? Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you being here. Career will not be DFA'd. I'm going to say fiction. I mean, he's allowed a run in each of his 3 appearances. I don't know why he was even in there. I really don't know why he was in there in a close game. Like, he's a low-leverage pitcher at this point. He's got to get DFA'd. Go to the game site? Yes, that's why we're not doing overtime. I think he's going to get DFA'd. I think he will get DFA'd. Appreciate tuning in, Dustin. Yeah, Chevron had viral videos for Hey 105. Well, to be fair, 105 is still insane. 105 is still, like, that's unheard of. 105 is nuts. Yeah, a few teams like that can't seem to break past 500. 105 is still 105. 100's nothing anymore. 105 is still, people gasp at that. Have a safe drive tomorrow. I might do overtime later tonight. I'm not sure yet. I don't know yet. I might do a live stream at like 1 a.m. I'm not sure. To be determined on that. To be determined. And when the D-backs are home, my whole schedule gets thrown off. A little bit. Is there anyone else starting so bad that despite the payroll they punt games? Well, you don't punt a 2-1 lead. All right, we go top 7. Tanner Banks, the new pitcher for the Phillies, after Romano does his job in the 6th. The left-hander. Last time he pitched against the Padres, 1/3 of inning, 2 hits, 1 run allowed. Was not a good outing for him. Though has been pitching better before that. Last 10 games, he allowed just 1 run, a .9 ERA. And we'll see. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. I'll let you know. Depends on the game, how it goes, and whatnot. I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't seen the rookie. I actually have not seen the rookie. Top of the order here, Neto, Shanoel, and Trout. Neto into right center field, and that is caught by Castellanos for the first out. I would say Fins. I would say Fins. So not a lot of work needed on that first out. 2 pitches needed. Touching around 7-0 Atlanta. There you go. Missing pitchers utilize more control and deception rather than speed. Yeah, like Greg Maddux was great at that. Kyle Hendricks is really the last one to do it like that. Kyle Hendricks is really the last one. Or he wouldn't throw hard. His fastball was like 92, but... And Moneyball's my favorite. Moneyball's my all-time favorite. 1-0 the count. That one downstairs, 2-0. Misses, 3-0. Steven with the tour. Appreciate you, man. Good luck to my Phils. Let's go with Tigers Pirates. You got it. Every donation is triple. In there for a strike. 3-1. Red light was on. Appreciate you, Steven. Yeah, we'll see with the Phils. We will see. See, Blue 2 leads today, but plenty of time left in this one. Yeah, donation's triple, so 21 now on the Pirates game. 3-2, so from 3-0 goes to 3-2. With Trout in the on-deck circle, a future Hall of Famer, the Philly man. Can we pitcher out? Yep. It's going to come down to the pens at this point. Luzardo was pulled pretty early. Before the 5th was over. Angels went with an opener. Didn't work out. Adair was pulled very quickly. 3-2 downstairs. Fastball misses and Shamwell gets on board. The go-ahead run is on. It's like a pass. Yeah, it's like a rite of passage. Yeah, it's not good. And here comes Mike Trout. Stearns and Mendoza have illegal bets on the Mets not making the playoffs. Fiction. No, you're not going to do that. They have illegal bets. They're using bookies to bet on their team not making it. Well, why is that in common? Both involve water. Both involve water. 0 on the count. Trout 2 for 3 today. Upstairs, good eye, 1-1. A great blown leads with Roman Stern on base. Yep, other than that, you look good. 1-1. Upstairs, 2-1. One with the yeah, that was everyone's dead. It was a different era. It was a different era. The Black Sox was a different era, featuring players who were illiterate. Fouled off 2-2. Should the Red Wings be revoked? Why? Why the Reds didn't cheat? Why should their Wings be revoked? They didn't cheat. Don't blame the Reds for the White Sox throwing games. The Reds didn't do it. The Reds do nothing about it. 2-2. Outside 3-2. That's like saying with the Astros scandal in 2019, should the Nationals have their rings revoked? It's like, why? 3-2. Swing and a miss. Trout goes down on strikes. I'll send Ward up to bat. Shining well on first. Now is there Walt Weiss? We'll see. We'll see what they do. Obviously, with Washington no longer there, it could be a very different team in 26. So they are trending upwards. They're playing a lot better than I thought they would this year. Ward 0 for 2 today. First pitch, way inside, 1-0. They got Adele in the on-deck circle. He hit the shot to center field, That made it 4-3. Got the Angels right back in this thing. And Ward struggling as of late. 0 for 2, but deep into left field. And that is gone. His struggles are evaporated. I was going to say Taylor Ward was just 1 for his last 15. You throw that stat out the window. Ward, 2-run shot for the first time today. The Angels in front. 6-4 your score. Angels in front. They get to Banks. The bank is open on that one. What happened with Devin Bush? I didn't see that. Ooh, I did not see that. Whoa. Another Browns player? Are you kidding me? Oh my God. It's like every week there's something with the Browns. What on earth? In the first strike, 0-1. Every week there's something with the Browns. What is going on? First Judkins now. What is happening? Oh my God, that's awful. You don't know how to pick them. They do. 0-1. Adele, broken bat, foul, 0-2. Yeah, I didn't even see, I didn't see Schiffer reports or anything about it. I had no idea what happened with him, but... Unless I completely missed it. Or they didn't tweet anything about it, so... It's true, though. It's true. There's actual reports and whatnot. 0-2. Chopper right back to Banks. Underhanded toss. 1-3 on the out. Bush got arranged on assault charges with his girlfriend. Just should betray the deadline. Yeah, I think you gotta get value for Trout. Because I don't know how much longer he's got left. But the Angels, for the first time today, are in front. I smelled swam outs. Yep, there you go. January tomorrow. Yep. We'll get it going again. We'll get it going again. Meanwhile, 7th inning, it's time to stretch, baby. Let's go out to the ball game. Here we go. With a little bit of organ action. Here we go. Yeah, figured why not, you know? All-Star break. We're back from the All-Star break. Chat line, what's up? Have a good time, man. Have a good time. I figured it's the trifecta. Back from the All-Star break. Kyle Schwarber, MVP of the All-Star game. And 2026 All-Star game next year in Philadelphia. They just unveiled the logo. So figure, you know what? Why not? Why not? Do a little bit of All-Star action for you. Was either that or Coldplay? I didn't want to ruin any relationships today. So... First pitch. Swing and a miss upstairs, 0 on the count. It's Stott, Turner, Schwarber due up here. Sosa, actually. It's actually going to be Sosa. It's not going to be Stott. So Sosa replacing Stott. And Detmer's the new pitcher for the Angels. So the first time today, they got the lead. Fouled off 0-2. Yeah, Devin Bush on that one. 3 weeks, Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Anvil, Precinct, Thursday, Sunday. Yep. Well, we can still do afternoon baseball. We could probably do like 2 streams for that. How much should we do next year? Yeah, in Philly? Yeah, that would be amazing. That would be amazing. 0-2. Slider misses inside. 1-2. Reed Detmer's the pitcher. Upstairs 2-2. He's allowed to run in 2 of his last 3 outings. Out of the pen. Sosa chops it foul. There is activity in the Phil's pen. Looks like it's Robert. In there. 2-2. Swing and a miss on the slider. Whoever plays Fallon Fiction. Fiction. I don't see Fallon leaving. I don't see Fallon leaving. Or getting fired. I don't see it happening. Hassan Turner up to bat. Turner 1 for 3 today. Touch Trout better than Harper? Yep. So did I. Obviously it didn't work out that way. They're both Hall of Famers. They're both Hall of Famers. Downstairs 2-0 to Turner. I think Colbert probably gets picked up by like HBO or something. Two 2-1. Turner. Chopper to third, 5-3. Yeah, Kimmel's going to get a big boost. Kimmel's going to get a big boost. I think Fallon, his audience is going to... I think Fallon's audience is what it is at this point. I think if you want, like, lighthearted stuff... You want lighthearted, inoffensive, you go to Fallon. I think right now the audience is split between Kimmel and Colbert. I think Kimmel's going to get the jump when that happens. Here comes Schwarber. That pitch misses outside, 1-0. He's got on board with a walk and a homer today. The All-Star MVP. Tied with Eugenio Suarez after the 4th most homers in Major League Baseball. Rips it foul, 1-1 down the first base line. Tying around the on-deck circle is Bryce Harper. But Detmer's looks pretty solid so far. Yeah, last night... Well, I think that the thing with Last Night TV, it still is big viral. Yeah, no, Myers is good. Myers is good. I feel like here's the thing. Here's my thing with late night. Either don't talk politics, or if you're going to, you better know what you're talking about and do research and whatnot. And not just go for the low-hanging fruit. Swing and a miss. Schwarber strikes out for the 2nd time today. 1-2-3 go the Phils. Detmer does his job. Like, I think that's where, like, Fallon avoids it, and Myers goes very in-depth like John Oliver and whatnot. Like, he doesn't go for the low-hanging fruit, if that makes sense. I feel like if you're trying to play both and you go middle ground and whatnot, that's where it gets, like, that's where it gets not my cup of tea, if that makes sense. You're trying to get at least one good playoff run. You can't judge him for that, though. I mean, to be fair. I mean, Ernie Banks has never had a playoff run of any note. He's one of the greatest of all time. We go top 8. I think there's been a lot of late night shows that want to have their cake and eat it too, if that makes sense. And I will say, I think Colbert was better on his report before he went to CBS. Also, it was one of the worst decisions CBS made was Super Bowl 50. The lead-out program was Colbert, and it was live, and it was a disaster. Like, there were so many technical difficulties. You start with a political segment, so you alienate half your audience right then and there. Right after the Super Bowl. That's a genius move. Alienate half your audience before, like, the first minute after the game. I mean, yeah. We go top 8. Soler, Ohapi, and Rengifo due up. It looks like Robert's going to pitch now for the Phils. He was warping up at the pen. Robert, this would be his 7th outing of the season. I'm not even a late night guy. I used to be. I used to be a late night guy. I'm not that anymore. But I used to be a late night guy. I think it's just like I became more of a night owl, if that makes sense. I think it's I like do like a lot of work at night. And before it was like I watch late night before I go to bed. And now it's I'm like working in the middle of the night. You haven't, I've watched the clips obviously, but I haven't like sat down and watched a late night show in forever. Oh, on the count, like a live late night show. I think the last one I did, I remember the last time I watched a late night show live, and that was Kimmel after the Oscars debacle with La La Land. Oh, too, because I think we were all trying to figure out what the heck happened. So I watched that one live because I was like, okay, I need to see this unedited. I need to see this. You land back to Fields? I can see that. Harmer's a pen, Judge a pen? Yep. Not his fault, though. Since it's the same team, you can't have both ways. Lined out for the first out, making the play is Castellanos. Yeah, I'm hopping on the moment it goes foul. Yes, I might do a late night stream when I get back at like 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure yet. Firmina's in the pen for the Angels, meanwhile. Miller's better movie too. I did like La La Land a lot, but it was just... I don't know how something like that happens. I don't know how something like that happens, but I watched... that was the last time I watched late night show live. Not counting like Super Bowl lead-out program. Super Bowl lead-out program I do, because I'll watch like the first 3 hours after the game's done, if that makes sense. Of course, the daily, yeah. What was that, like at 1:30 in the morning? That was like late night. 0-1. Oh, Hoppy fouls it off. Brave Power's the same as it was last week, or is it not as good? I don't know. So, like, it's weird. I feel fine, but I don't know, like, I have trouble, like, visualizing stuff, if that makes sense. Like I have some, like, you know, you can picture stuff in your head? I'm having trouble with that a little bit, but I'm not too worried. Like, I feel fine. Like, I don't, like, I worked out on Wednesday. Still feel a bit dizzy when I was, like, doing, like, squats and whatnot and lunges. So, like, I had to, like, take a break for that for a little bit, but yeah. Yeah, La La Land was announced where it's gave me a funny surprise. Oh, yeah. It was like all the people in, what was it, 2019? As Ohapi into left center field. Off the wall. Extra bases. 2 at least. Could be 3. He's going for 3. Ohapi will get in with a triple. Logan Ohapi. His first triple of the season, just the second of his major league career. A good movie, yeah. Do you have the mind during the build to halftime? Wait, hang on. I missed the first part of that question. But yeah, it was almost like the Derby in 2019 when horse won and everything was fine, and then they realized, oh wait, the horse went into the like he interfered, he restricted a base path, or restricted a running lane, so he's getting disqualified. Like, wait, no, different where? Yeah, I'm not too worried. Like, it's not like hurting. Like, I don't hurt. I might just be mind over matter at this point. It might just be mind over matter. 0-1 the count. So remember when I told you the day before the Super Bowl I saw leak pictures of halftime stage and said it would be based off the symbols on PlayStation? Yes. I remember that. I was like, oh, wow. You got it. You got around the money. Stage? It was not staged. No, that was not staged. Because he got banned for 10 years. That wasn't staged. He got banned for 10 years. That was not staged. I think if it was staged, there would have been, like, cursing in it. If that makes sense. 0-1, inside 1-1. Like, the fact that they had to censor it. That's why I knew, oh, this isn't staged. 1 with the count. Rengifo 0 for 3 today. Swing and a miss. 0-2 on the sweeper. Or 1-2, I should say. Yeah, appreciate all you guys tuning in for this one. If you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. Again, we're not doing overtime tonight, but I might go live at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. We will see. 1-2. Inside 2-2. Two, fouled off, and out of play. Looking good on the Mets on one side, was not good for Cincy on the other. Yep. NFL 6 Super Bowl 6 Baseball Network doing the game first? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so. 3-2, full count here. It definitely one of the owners ever, yep. Full count. Swing and a miss. Rengifo goes down the sweeper. He's over 4. His struggles today continue. Pope leads Pittsburgh 10-1. Good thing we didn't do that game. Good thing. We picked the right game. I will say we picked the right game. Padres Nationals, it's 2-0 there. So, that would have been good, but obviously that was a distant third. That was never going to be an option. We picked the right game. If it came down to those two, I think we picked the right game. Just a hunch. Runner on third for the Angels, Newman. 1 for 3. Can he give him some more insurance, make it a 3-run game here? First pitch takes it for a strike, 0-1. O'Hoppe on third after his first triple of the season. Newman, the former D-back. Watches that one outside, 1-1. And again, if you haven't seen today's video, quick look above. We talk about Johnny Unitas. New video coming out tomorrow. Broadcast controversy, Packers related. We talk about Johnny Unitas and a bizarre situation involving the records. 1-2 the count. The Giants have 10 hits but no runs. That is crazy to me. Packers used to feel drama. Last year was Jets, this year Steelers. Coming down there. Oh, man. Can't think of it. 1-2. Straight to miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. Newman goes down. Bombly working out to its job. Phillies stay in this one as Newman goes down. Bottle Rockets? I've not heard of that song, no. I haven't heard a lot of music came out this year. We go bottom 8. Heart of the order here. Fermin will pitch. Trying to get the hold. It's a bullpen game for the Angels, and so far, looking all right. Fermin last time pitched against the D-backs. 1 hit, 2 runs, 2 walks. Did not pitch well in that one. But, to be fair, that was his first real blow-up in quite some time. His last 14 games, 13 1/3, 2 runs allowed, a 1.35 ERA. The AB for Corbett, yeah, the hipster version. It's not as offensive. How buying Paul Skins be funny? Yes, that would be very funny. From Called Beach Boys? No, never. Who's the artist on that? Obviously I know who the Beach Boys are. I've never heard a song called Beach Boys. Oh, the Nats with a homer. They tie it up. Nats tied it up. At least he's got that potentially. This is moments. This is moments at least. Every moment these guys got like 10 where just like the most offensive stuff. It's on time for next day. All right. Are you be around later tonight, like 1 o'clock Eastern time? Because I'll go live. If you're gonna be on, I'll go live at 1 o'clock Eastern time when I get back from the D-backs game. If you're gonna be on, I'll be on. If you want to do it then, it's up to you. I will be on. Depending on how the game goes. If you want me to be on, I'll be on. Fermin. We got a good one in DC. We got a very good one in DC. Favorite Beach Boys song? Ooh. Good Vibrations. Surfing USA. I would go Kokomo, though. I know people are going to hate me on that. I'm going to go Kokomo. MLB, and I would say maybe. That is true. Although, usually the game runs long. That's why. Deep left field, that's gone. Harper. His second home run of the game. Third hit of the game, 6-5. And they immediately get one back. I like the David Lee Roth cover of that song. Yeah, I might be able. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Probably several older songs. Ooh, all right. So Harper gets one back, and Fermin allows a home run. His first home run allowed since May 4th. Phillies right back in this thing. Wasted opportunity for the Angels. Got O'Hoppe on third with one out. A lot of ace on sax solos? Yes, they do. They do. Heart of My Heart by Quarter Flash Careless Whisper, obviously. Yeah, 80s were a good time for saxophone. Up the middle off the mound, and takes a good bounce for the Angels. Rengifo, 4-3. Good contact there by Bohm. But unlucky, takes a bad bounce off the mound. Wish you go. Oh, man. Team back for tomorrow. Oh, yeah, Cards. That's why that's a 4 o'clock game. That's why that's at 7. Man. I was wondering why that game was at 7. Yeah, Kokomo, yeah, Hungry Eyes, yep. Who Loves Me by Debbie Gibson. Debbie Gibson had a lot on Electric Youth. The Electric Youth album, a lot of sax solos on that. 0-1, Smooth Operator, yep. That's why the Cardinals play tomorrow at 7 and not 8. Liner, right to third. Shift is on, or right to short, I should say. 6-3. 2 quick outs afterwards on some hard contact. All good, Steven. All good. Saban's not winning. That's what. Yeah, Nats winning would be good for the Mets. Would be good for everyone in the NL wildcard hunt. The Muppets cover? I've never heard the Muppets cover. For me, first pitch, upstairs, 0-1-0. There are 2 guys throwing the Phillies pen. Ross and character ring. It's based on whether the Phillies are leading or not. I've never heard why. I've heard word would be nice, obviously. Outside, 2-0. Previous one did not go through. Did not go through. We got emojis in the chat shirts for either one of these teams. That one on the outer part of the zone in there for a strike. The talented receiver's Golden Tate, Mike Goldberg. Yeah, problem with that one. Yeah, tomorrow will be a funny broadcast controversy. We're going back to the 80s. Good time with the Packers. 2-1 in there for a strike, 2-2. All this week was 88 to 90 where I work. Oh, jeez. Back in the high 80s in your work environment, man. At least you can wear short sleeves. At least you can wear short sleeves. A third 17? Oh, yeah. What a moment by Goldberg. 2-2 the count. Fouled off. 3-man booth. Admin Wainwright Brzezinski. for Red Sox Cubs. I'm not surprised with that. A fan out to throw. Okay, that's good at least. At least you got a fan. That makes it better. Yeah, fan blowing like cold air right at you is the best. Swing and a miss. Marsh goes down. So after the leadoff homer by Harper, nice summit for Mean, settling in. We go top 9. Yeah, it's been too long without a Reggie Rucker kind of story. Yeah. We got a story tomorrow. We got a story tomorrow. Basically, imagine a game where well, this way. Imagine a game where let's just say hypothetically in this one, the Eagles are playing the Ravens, just hypothetically. And every time Saquon Barkley gets the handoff, the announcer says the give to Derrick Henry. And it's every single time. That's what we're dealing with tomorrow. And then Sunday, we have a Broncos video about a dumb controversy involving their fans. JSO40, yeah, 10 hits today for the Giants and no runs. That is bad. Yeah, Bond's going from another game off the lead. There you go. Yeah, bottom 8 in that one. Been doing its job so far for the Fish. So yeah, that's tomorrow's video. It is bad. And Sunday, we got a video on the Broncos. And the time that Dan Reeves called out their fans for being idiots. And I don't blame him. I actually don't blame him on that one. I know for the most part, it's like, how dare you criticize the fans? I actually don't blame Reeves on this one. He was like, you gotta be the dumbest people alive to do what you just did. What's it for the color guy to turn to his part and say it's not his name? Well, you don't want that. Like, the problem with something like that is, if you do that, there's definitely some tension in the booth. You make your guy look bad in front of everyone. Am I gonna be late for the game? I'm not sure. I usually miss, like, the first inning anyways. It's fine. Ross, the new pitcher. If it goes extras, I'll be in some trouble, but it's fine. Again, Fott's on the bump. It's not gonna be pretty. We're gonna be down 3-0 by the time I get there anyways. Ross really, really struggling as of late. His last 8 games, he's allowed 11 runs in 12 2/3, an ERA hovering around 8 in that stretch. First pitch swinging, foul down the third base line, top of the order. Neto, Shunwell, and Trout for the Angels. But I think the other thing too is like, because you don't want to draw attention to it potentially. But the other thing, usually you have headphones on, you have a guy in your ear, you have the director saying, okay, we're gonna show a replay here, we're gonna cut to a replay here, so talk about this, or do this read right now. Like, you have someone in your ear. So usually you'll have a guy, like, blowing up your headphones saying, that's not his name, that's not his name. You'll have a guy like that, if that makes sense. You probably during commercial break, yeah. But it was like during the entire game. It was crazy. During the entire game. 0-2. Neto. Like, this is not, like, this is a bizarre one that you probably never heard of before, controversy-wise. Like, it's not like they did it one time. It's not like you said the wrong name one time. This was, like, the entire game. They called him the running back on the other team. Lions taking from the same Buffalo? Yeah. D-backs still after the season? No. Constructing the job? Clearly not. 0-2 upstairs, 1-2. Well, D-backs still after the season? No, we're not selling. I don't know what you sell, really. You got a good farm. You've got young pieces. You got a good core, obviously. So I don't think you sell. I think you just have to be mindful of the fact that all your pitchers are going to be out for 26 for the most part. 2-2, and you just play for 27. I don't think you sell. Like, Marte's safe, Perdomo's safe, Carroll's safe. Like, you're not getting rid of those guys. It's really the question marks are Naylor, Suarez, Gallen, and Kelly. Parent pitcher where McCurley station work. All right. Because I remember what it looked like. So I'll take a look. 2-2. Neto upstairs, full count. We got 50 people in the chat right now. Again, if you like what you see, folks, hit that like button, subscribe. It does help us out on the channel. Really does help us out. We do have the emojis for the Angels and the Phillies that you can use if you are a member. as well as members-only Q&A streams. 3-2. Neto. Left field, fair. He gets on board with a leadoff double. He was 0 for 3. But he finally extends his hitting streak. Make it now for Neto. 6 straight games with a hit. Leadoff man on board. 10-0 Rays. Wow. Wow. That's some love front fans for most time. All right. It's like I have the visual of where it was. I like. Rays are slaughtering the Orioles. They're slaughtering the O's. Sean O'Well going to try and bunt this way on. It's fouled off Real Muto. So 0-1. We got 7-2 in the Reds game, 5-4 in the Marlins game. Saturday race because I live in Florida. Glad to see him doing well. Yeah, no, they're playing well right now. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens in the playoffs. I know, obviously, they announced that all the games would be at Steinbrenner Field. It's going to be very interesting to see a minor league ballpark hosting playoff games. 0-1, fouled off, 0-2. Yeah, the guy who jumped and caught the ball. Oh, man, I think that's a bit too well known. I love that video. And copyright claims on that would be insane, because the NFL has done videos on him before. But that was a crazy play. One of the most athletic things a fan's ever done. I think the most athletic thing a fan's ever done. Nothing will ever top that. I think besides the guy at the Stros game that beat out security, if that, it was like 15 years ago. He like outran security, climbed over. He was like Spider-Man. 0-2, grounder up the middle. They'll advance the runner 90 feet. Turner. So Harper for the first out. You know, AL's, yeah, the Rays might not make it. I don't know. They got a lot of road games coming up. It'll be an interesting stretch. Trout coming up with a runner on third. Last time the Angels had a runner on third with 1 out. Couldn't do anything with it. What can they do here? How's it going? Joe made just in time. There you go. Made just in time for the first Angels game on the channel. First pitch to Trout. Just misses. Not a great framing job by Real Muto. That was in the zone, but you got to frame that better. He did not. He missed a spot. That's 1-0. Don't try this. We always interview the guy. Yep. Big contradictory there. It just fouled down the third base line. 1-1. Would have brought in the run to make it a 2-run game. Just foul. Good call by the ump. Go over the third base umpire. Just foul. Caminero 11-0 now. Wow. I feel like every Rays-Orioles game is just insane. You get like 20 runs in each game. 1-1 upstairs, 2-1. Hey, the fans don't... Yeah. I see the shot now. Yep. Fan that called them, threw it back from the outfield, sense of holding his baby. Yeah, that was impressive. 2-1. Upstairs, 3-1. The Orioles might be cooked. Orioles might be cooked. In their first strike, 3-2, 94 on the four-seamer. Ward in the on-deck circle. In there for strike 3. Trout looking at that one. And here comes Ward. Oh my god, yeah, that's a home run for the Royals. Wow. AL East big enough for 2 bird teams, yep. And we had Orioles Blue Jays make it the same year, but obviously some awful management by Showalter with Ubaldo in that one. 0-1 the count. As that strikeout by Ross was his 500th career strikeout, so congrats to him on reaching that. 0-1. Inner part of the zone in there. 0-2. Jansen's in the pen for the Angels. Probably doesn't want to go to the game. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. With Fott on the bump, I know it's going to be ugly. I know it's going to be terrible with Fott pitching today. 0-2. Foul down the first base line. Like, this could be one where I'm walking down, I look at the score, and I turn around. It could be one of those like that. I don't know yet. Let's do it. Well, I'm going to be live later tonight, unless the game goes, like, really long. Double decision on Buck Showalter, Jimenez decision. Too well known. Too well known. And copyright claims would just go out the wazoo on that one. 0-2. Outside. 1-2. Yeah, I should be live later tonight at like 12:45, 1 o'clock Eastern time. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for the second straight inning. The Angels get a guy on third with 1 out. And bear with some position. And for the second straight inning, back-to-back strikeouts right after that. First from 2,000 miles, it's me. I don't blame you. I'll blame you on that one. That's a rough way to blow a lead. We go bottom 9. Last chance for the Phillies. We got the bottom of the order here. Realmuto, Kepler, and Sosa. The last chance. Otherwise, the Angels will take the first game of the series and be within 1 game of 500. Became that Bears fan? I have no idea. I know he's got a highlight forever. He's got a highlight for life. He wasn't ejected, which is crazy. He was not ejected. Do I walk over? I change my route every time. Depends on, because like the different routes for shade. There's different routes depending on shade. How many games have been to? I think like 21, 22. Something around there. I should be at like 35 by the end of the year. Yeah, poor Marte, yeah. Yeah, burglars. There's so many stories like that of burglars knowing when players are going to be gone and they rob their homes. It's awful. So I figure Jansen's going to be there. What's my PR? For what? PR for... Oh, for going to games? Oh, I think it's like 35. I think it's about 35. Not counting playoffs. Like 23 got inflated because I went to all the playoff games except for 1. So I think like 23 I went to like 44 games. But that got inflated by the playoffs. All right. Kenley Jansen, the veteran, 37-year-old, was warming up in the pen. And he'll be out there trying to give the Angels the win. He's looked very sharp as of late. The last month, he is not allowed a run. 11 innings in his last 12 games, 7 hits, no earned runs. Got the bottom of the order here. I hope that fan's doing well. Padres take a 3-2 lead meanwhile. Reds are up 7-2, bases loaded for them. Realmuto, Kepler, Sosa. The last chance for the Phils. Phils have an opportunity to extend their lead on the NL East with the Mets losing right now. Down by 1. Again, extras, we'll see. We will see. I have no idea if we're getting extras or not. Bottom of the order's done nothing. Kepler and Sosa, not great. Ramirez got to get on board here. In their first strike in the bottom part of the zone, 1-1. That looked low, but called a strike. Good framing job there by O'Hoppy. Casio with a case against Coldplay? No, no chance. No chance. They can't win a single case. You're in a public place. You're in a public place. You know there's an expectation. As Real Muto, right center field and back of the track making the play for the first out is Adele. You're in a public place. When you enter a stadium, you consent to being on the video board. When you enter a stadium, you consent to being on there. You know, Fozzie misfigured. Oh, God. The Phillies did that earlier today. They didn't show it on the broadcast for some reason, but the Phillies did that with Philly Fanatic and his wife, which was awesome. But when you... First off, no jury would find and would... You want to be sympathetic. Like, if you're taking it to... Oh, you didn't see what happened with Coldplay? Oh, God. Pop up. I'm not even going to say anything. Coldplay... Just look up Coldplay concert fan. And, enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. 2 out. Sosa the last chance. But basically, when you go to a concert, you consent to being on the video board. You're in a public spot. Also, no jury. Like, if you take it to jury, you want to be sympathetic. You want the jury to side for you. No one's going to side for a cheater. No one's going to side for a cheater. Like, you're in a public place. You consent to being on the video board by admission of the ticket. Downstairs 1-0. They haven't walked off in a while. 1-0 the count. And nice one for the Braves today. 1-0 the count. Sosa 0 for 1. Again, he replaced Stott earlier. Fouled off. 1-1 into the stands. Again, we're not doing overtime tonight. I will be live after the game is done. After the D-backs game is done. Be live at like 1 o'clock Eastern time in the morning. And I'll do a super late night OT stream. So... Unless something crazy happens at the game. Otherwise, I will just be back. 1-1. Sosa, chopper to second, 4-3. That's your ball game. The Angels come back. Yeah, they play cool. No one would care. That's the irony and all that. They play cool. No one cares. Like it gets blown over. It's the reaction where they look like they got shot and duck for cover. You made record? Yeah, that's what it is, yeah. Yep, absolutely, Sports Talk. 3 up, 3 down. Angels pen does its job. They race a 4-1 deficit, win it 6-5, and that's your final. Appreciate all you guys tuning in. I will see you guys in about 3 hours. We'll do a Q&A overtime stream. I'm going to Cardinals C-backs game. So appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you guys soon for a Q&A overtime. Then if you're here for baseball tomorrow, we're doing Giants Blue Jays at 3 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you guys for tuning in. See you guys in about 3.5 hours. I'll let you know. And JJ sign off.